is with the bull crap, man. I hope we are good. Hold on. Make sure nobody calls me. So what's cracking, people? On this Saturn's day, what's going down? Would be cracking, would be happening. Man, got a lot to talk about today. See if we can get in here and get out, because I got some stuff to do after. What up, Summer Breeze, Canadian Kush, Kenny Hill, Yao Aqua, Donna K, Immortal 9, Travis Bailey. What up, True Knowledge? What up, Christopher Perkins, DJ Sherm, Tyra, Sharky Dog. What up, Ruth Thompson? Roderick Roche, what up, bro? Brian Jones, King Lemuel Productions. What's happening? Say gratitude 33 times back to you. What up, Toby Robinson? Nadine, excuse me, Figueroa Bay. Dwayne Hicks, what up, bro? Misty McIntosh. What is that? What does that say? On the 33rd, boy, y'all in these names. On the 333rd day. What up, Dr. Sinister, Christopher Clark, what's happening? Jason Rivers, JR, what it do? What up, bro, L. Wise? Brother Tyrone. What up, Neon Black? What up, Tall Man, 139? Some chick named Star, what's cracking? Amir Shaheed, what it do? Summer Breeze, I got you. Around the Way Garden, what's happening? Abad, I think that's it. Lucifer Morningstar, S&D, The Truth Writer, and Faithfulness, and Fundamentals with Law. What up, y'all? I think I got everybody in. Make sure you take your shoes off before you enter the dojo. You already know the protocol. That means hit the like button as you enter. Take your shoes off. Don't disrespect my dojo with all your bullshit on your shoes from outside. We don't do that in here. Y'all know what it is. Don't play with me. But appreciate you, though. Thank you for showing up today. See if we can get in here, get this information. Get this information. A lot of y'all think I do a podcast or a show. No, I'm just here telling y'all what I saw during the week. So real quick, police stop law packages, you should have it. It went out. Anybody who ordered the police stop law package, it's gone. So if you haven't got it, just wait on it. It should be there by the end of next week if you haven't gotten it yet. So appreciate you guys for supporting. And anybody else who wants to support, that's the way to support me, is to go to realnagas.com and order the Great Book of Melanin Research, the hard copy, because you know they took me out of the YouTube monetary program, so you guys can't super chat me anymore. So the best way to support is to go to realnagas.com, get the Great Book of Melanin Research. And this is crazy because I'm showing you this and YouTube is flipping my videos. YouTube is messing with me. They're inverting my videos so that you guys can't read anything that I put on the screen. It makes it harder for you to read anything that I put on the screen and buy it. So again, YouTube is messing with me. So again, we gotta huddle up. We got to be down, 10 flats, like 4 flats and 10 toes down with each other. So make sure you support realnagas.com, order the Great Book of Melanin Research. And for doing that, I'm going to hook you up. You already know I'm going to give you everything for free. The police stop law package for free. The Know Your Rights manual. Everything you need to know about the law, or police stops anyway, that'll get you home safely and make police officers accountable when they violate your constitutional rights. So you got to hold them accountable. If you don't hold them accountable, they'll smash on you all day. So right here. And then this is the public official bonds book. All police officers have police insurance, or what's better known as public official bonds. And when they violate your constitutional rights, you can go place a claim on that bond because it's tied to their oath to the Constitution. So whenever they violate your constitutional rights, they lose the bond. So boom, this is what you get right here. So boom, that's the bond. And then you get the constitutional rights card right here. Constitutional rights card. That's It's a little excerpt, it's a little cliff notes of what's in the Know Your Rights manual. You tell the police officers, you just hand them this and say, I don't answer questions. And then you also hand them this. This is the qualified immunity card and notice, because police officers get qualified immunity when they violate your constitutional rights, but they don't know that they violated your constitutional rights, or they violated your constitutional rights in an all brand new way. So if they broke your arm in a brand new way that's never been broke, that's never happened before, they get off. However, if you alert them that they're in danger of violating your constitutional rights before they do it, and then you get them on camera, boom, you have them. So this is what you get when you order the Great Book of Melanin Research, the hard copy. You're going to get all of this right here. That's 2 books. This is 2 books. This actually is 2 giant books. And then I'm going to hook you up with the flashcards. So make sure you go and support realnagas.com. Again, this is what it takes for me to keep bringing you this information. Otherwise, I got to go do other stuff, y'all. But I appreciate you guys supporting me. And I don't have any juices from the homie Timmy Tight Top. He's not doing juices for a minute. He's trying to work on some stuff, so I don't have any juices from Timmy Tight Top. But you guys also, thank you for the cash apps you've been sending throughout the week. I'm still not bad. I'm still on salmon. I haven't eaten chicken yet. I'll be on chicken, and I took 3 months off of chicken because I had to give it my body a little deeper break than just 2 months. So I'll be back on my chicken shawarma in March. So appreciate you guys for supporting. Saying with your notes that you leave the donations with your notes. I appreciate that. You guys are hilarious. Absolutely hilarious, and I appreciate it. So if you want to leave a donation for me, Cash App, that's Real Nagas, the number 9. I appreciate you guys for doing that. Again, that's a donation for the chicken shawarma fund, or the salmon shawarma fund. All right. So also real quick, I have a disclaimer about what goes on here, because I be talking for like 3.5 hours sometimes. Sometimes I misspeak and say the wrong word. I may mean Democrat. I say Republican. I may say up when I mean down. I'm talking for 3.5 hours. You're going to mess up a couple of words sometimes, just so you know. So when y'all be trying to fact check me and all that type of stuff, trust me, all the information I'm bringing you, I've seen all this information. So if I mess up a word every now and then, hey, look here, everybody can fuck up every now and then. I'm mucking up some words. However, trust me, just go check the stories. I never tell you to believe me. Go look it up for yourself. Don't ever take anything that I'm saying here. Don't take it as fact. All right, I'm always about that. Don't take nothing I tell you as fact. You always go check it out for yourself. All right, so let me do that disclaimer. Also, I just give news updates with humor commentary. All right, I'm not a journalist, so I don't want to hear it. Well, this back in the day, this did this. I don't want to hear all that. Look, when I see the stories, when I review these or research these stories, I'm researching these from reputable news stories, Fox and CNN, and all the rest of these damn places. You may say those not reputable, but a lot of other places. They've done all these. They've broken down all the information. So when I'm talking to you, it's how the information is at the time that I've seen it, because I'm bringing you news for the whole week. So sometimes these stories I get like after today, I'll get this story today. Later on today, I'll put a story in. So it'll be a whole week that this story has been sitting. So you have to go do your own due diligence to see if the story has changed. I'm just letting you know. That's my disclaimer. I put the stories that I'm telling you are how the stories are when I read them. If they change throughout the week, then you may have to go do your own due diligence about that. However, most of the time, they're still the same story. But every now and then, the story may change. So, with that being said, let's get it started. Let's get it going. First thing I got. Man, this government fraud, this with the Doge and all of that type of stuff, this is getting out of hand. I've talked about this may ruin the government and all that type of stuff, but it really may take down the government. Now, a lot of people may think that's a good thing, but I live in America. I don't want to see this bitch fall. I'm out of here till I move away from this bitch. Then you can fall. But while I'm in America, I don't want to see that shit fall. So, right now, America is being, the cover is being pulled off America. The apocalypse is real. So, man, Yo, do I got any moderators in here? Make sure y'all any of these cats in here talking crazy. Christopher Perkins, where my mods at? Make sure y'all handling these people in here talking crazy. So man, so the fraud that they uncovered. Hold on. So I got to kick some people up out of here. Thank you. So again, moderators, I need y'all to handle your business up in here, man. Be watching. Just don't be watching me to see what I'm talking about. You got to be put you as moderators to watch. Make sure you moderate the chat. All right. So man. So some of the biggest fraud that they just found this week was, again, this is Doge. He's still mashing. They found that $4.7 trillion. That's trillion with a T. $4.7 trillion went out from the Treasury that can't be traced. Now, we heard about the Pentagon. So when 9/11 happened, the story was the day before, on 9/10, Pentagon, or Donald Rumsfeld, the SecDef, the Secretary of Defense, he announced that they didn't know what happened to $2.5 trillion. I think like $2.3 trillion or something like that. And where they held the records, where they kept the records, just happened to be Building 7 of the Twin Towers. You had the Twin Towers, then you had Building 7. Now, Building 7 wasn't hit by any planes or anything. Appreciate you, Christopher Perkins. Thank you, brother. So, Building 7 wasn't hit by anything. But just a coincidence, the day before, Donald Rumsfeld announces the Pentagon doesn't know what happened to $2.3 trillion. I think it was like 2.3 or 2.5. I think it was 2.3, though. Next day, where they're holding the information, the building is what they call demolished. They said pull the building, right? So they demolished the building. So then, a couple of years ago, they announced again that the Pentagon didn't know what happened to another $2.5 trillion. This is just a couple of years ago. But now they said the Treasury has no idea what happened to $4.7 trillion. This is getting out of hand. They're just taking your money and making it rain. Like the whole world is giving lap dances and shit. They're like, oh shit, girl, hey man, oh shit, hey Italy, goddamn, oh shit, Ghana, oh hey, goddamn Ghana, you got a big old ass Ghana, hey, go, oh shit, come on over here. All the goddamn countries in the world is, come on, daddy, they breaking it down, And America's like, goddamn, you got a fat old ass, goddamn Germany, goddamn, hey, spread them open, Germany, oh shit, girl, hey, Germany, Germany, making it rain with your money, you paying taxes. If you still paying taxes, again, it's a scam, but if you are still paying taxes, that's your money, it's my money. What's that, J.G. Wentworth? How did that J.G. Wentworth go with the commercial? It's my money and I want it now. That's what you need to be saying to the government. It's my money and I want it now. J.G. Wentworth, this bitch. So, $4.7 trillion, y'all. Let's close. Let's just round up. I was taught in school to round up. Global lap dance. They in the global strip club. Motherfucking countries are just turning they coochies up on the pole and shit. they just twerking on the ground. Goddamn, hey, come on, Peru. Show it up, Peru. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, oh shit, goddamn. Hey, Panama, what you want, Panama? That's an extra 10 for Panama. They is in your shit. But $4.7 trillion that can't be traced. Why can't it be traced? Because it had no trace code. So usually when money goes out, it's supposed to have some type of code, trace code attached to it, so they can figure out where it went and what it was used for. But the Treasury, hell no. The Treasury, they said, we don't need that, my nigga. We don't need that. Trace code. The hell we need a trace code for, brother? It's our money. This is just the Treasury's money. I thought it was the people's money that entrusted you with the money. No, brother, this is Treasury money. This is our money. 4.7 trillion. This is like last year. This is recent. This is like the last couple years. It's not like over like 10 years or some shit. This is like recently, like the last couple years, they can't find $4.7 trillion. So it says that they don't know, the money goes out, so they don't know where it goes to. Now they found in the Social Security Administration Department, so that's just the Treasury. So they're still looking for where the money went in the Treasury. Then in the Social Security Administration, they found giant fraud where they said, so over 20 million people who are receiving Social Security are over 100 years old. That don't seem suspicious. And about 16 million, and 16 million of that 20 million are 110 years old, are over 110 years old. So, how many people, first of all, do you know over 100? That you can, it's not that many. They make the news. When they have a 100-year-old birthday and shit, they be on the news. You see these old people on the news, they get a fucking little cake with their little shit, and they had a little 100-year balloon. Mrs. Myers has reached 100 years old. Well, Mrs. Myers, how does it feel to be 100? Well, I've lived a long life and I... Wait a minute. How many people do you know over 110? There's a few people that are 100. I'll give you that. There may be a few people that's getting rolled around here that's 100. How many people are 110 do you know? Most of them people don't make it to 110. Most of those people don't make it to 110. And so they've been getting Social Security checks over like the last 40, 50 years. All your money. But then they found that one person on the list, one person was between 240 to 249 years old. That might have been Joe Biden. That might be Joe Biden. We got to check who that was. That might be Joe Biden. But one nigga was 240 to 249 years old. What up, WD? And then another one was 360 to 369 years old. That's goddamn old as goddamn the Republic. That's old as the Republic. You telling me somebody been receiving money since the Revolutionary War? They've been receiving Social Security since the Revolutionary War, since they were walking around here with a musket and shit, with one of them bayonet muskets. No, they are robbing the shit out of people, man. This is fucked up. This is highway robbery at its finest. You see a nigga walking around here that's 369 years old, you call the Guinness Book of World Records immediately. You kidnapped that nigga. Yo, Deotis Dixon, appreciate you. He says, how they gonna defend this? How they gonna defend this? Man, they can't. They defending it by saying that Doge and Elon and them, they're doing everything they're doing is illegal. They're illegally looking into your information. They're taking all your information illegally. Like, nigga, they already have your information. What are you talking about? Elon Musk is not allowed to do that. Well, Doge was created off of a program, a digital checks program. What is it? Like a digital audit program that was created by Barack Obama. Barack Obama created the program. They just reallocated the program to Doge. So they're going to win on that in court. If Obama was able to do it, then Trump is able to do it. So there's nothing they can do but scream from the mountaintop and distract you with what? Reparations. Reparations. That's the distraction. And racism. Reparations, racism, fear-mongering, Nazism, all the rest of that. That's all they got. That's all they got is fear. And what they hoping is that over time, see, they don't have to change. They've been doing this shit. This is the reason they lost. But they're hoping over time, America's infatuation with Trump is going to fall. And they're going to be proven right over time. So they're just going to keep on going with the bullshit. Racism. The world is racist. America's racist. Everybody's racist. Reparations. Anything to distract your ass. So then they found, so that 369-year-old person needs to step. They need to come to the stage immediately. You missing the bag. Somebody who's 369 years old, nigga, you be on all the talk shows, all the late night shows. What you doing, nigga? You got a movie, you got a documentary, you got books, you got merchandise, nigga. What you doing? If it's a 369-year-old nigga out there, you need to be in the forefront immediately. What the fuck you doing? Motherfucking Jesus. Motherfucker, they paying Social Security to Jesus. So then they found over $500 billion in fraud, abuse, and mismanagement of the Social Security Administration office, so that's $500 billion in fraud. So then, if you're counting the $500 billion that they found in just regular fraud and abuse, that's over $1 trillion they found already, just in the Social Security Administration and the fraud. What I did the story on last week, they found like 230 something billion or 21 billion to 230 something billion to 521 billion in fraud. So if you add that up, just Social Security and the fraud, the regular fraud, because then when they came up with the number on the fraud, they hadn't gone into Social Security yet. They hadn't looked it up. So that fraud was separate from the Social Security. So if you add those two up, that's $1 trillion already. Already. That's crazy. Man, they just thought this was the forever gravy train. It was going to keep going and going and going and going and going. What the fuck you... just in money, like money just coming out of a goddamn vortex. A money vortex. They just reach into the vortex and grab more money. What the? No, motherfucker, you have to pay that. The piper is going to have to be paid at some point in time. You got to pay the piper. And it's called karma. You can't keep doing this type of energy. Eventually, that energy is going to catch up with you. No matter how artful you are at running away from the karma, because you can be artful at dodging your karma and shit. That's what the whole Bohemian Grove thing, that's what that's about. So in the Bohemian Grove, we talked about this a bunch. The cremation of care, that big owl or whatever. So in the ceremony, they talk about, so the cremation of care is them like, they're sacrificing their care for the things that they do. Like, so they can be kind of, yo, Amir Hayes, appreciate you. Because maybe not reparations, but what about restitution? Yeah, restitution for sure. Absolutely. I haven't talked about that for a minute. Restitution. But so their care, they're basically their attachment, their emotion. They're trying to stay emotionless from the fuckery that they do in the world. So they're sacrificing their care for what they do to the world. And in the ritual, they say, like karma, we know that we can't run from you forever, but we'll with the help of my brothers, we will do it another year. So they're actively talking about in the ritual that they're running away from their karma. They're trying to run away from their karma. That's why they do the ritual. However, you can't run away from your karma. Eventually, it's going to catch up with you. Energy out, energy in. That's the universal law. No matter how artful you are at you playing dodgeball with your karma and shit. Your ass is the Flash. But eventually, the Flash gets caught. So that's what's happening now with the government. They have been getting away with this shit for so long that they never thought that it was going to come back. And man, I'm going to get into how it came back eventually, or in a little later. So then, Doge is still mashing out. They cut 6,700 jobs from the IRS. Hey, Deuce is my name. Peace out, brother. Now, it's messed up. You don't never want people to get fired. But those jobs at the IRS, they didn't need them anyway. Those were his. So Biden, he had hired the 87,000 IRS agents. However, they hadn't all started yet. So he only hired 25,000, right? Since he had been in office. It was supposed to be 87,000 agents over a 10-year period. So he had gotten up to 25,000 agents. So most of those people were going to be put on going after people with smaller incomes, small business people, people like you with $600. They said $600 in income, transactions. If you have more than $600 in transactions and stuff like that, they were going to look into your stuff. So they were going to come after you. You know how they were going. You know how they were going to come after you with those agents because, rich people, they'll fight in court. And it doesn't serve them any purpose to fight a rich person in court because they'll just lose a bunch of money and then lose the case. So a rich person will spend $9 million, excuse me, to avoid spending 10. They're like, if you're going to me for $10 million, I'll spend $9 million to beat you and save $1 million. So, the new agents were coming after you, the people who don't have the money to fight. You ain't got that type of money to tie the IRS up in court for a long time. You don't know the laws. You just gonna say when the IRS come to you and say, "Yo, we've been looking at your books. We've been looking into your books, and it looks like you owe us another $2,500 this year." You're gonna be like, "God damn." You're not going to fight it. You're just going to pay. You know why? Because it's going to cost you about $10,000 to fight the IRS. At least it's going to cost you $10,000 to fight the IRS. So you're going to pay the $2,500. And why did they hire 87,000 new agents? Because they was giving your money away to transgender comic books in Peru. That's why. They gave Stacey Abrams $2 billion. $2 billion. What the fuck does Stacey Abrams do with $2 billion? $2 billion, 2 billios. Cause she got with a nonprofit. She got with a nonprofit, and that was supposed to be an environmental nonprofit, right? And first of all, what does Stacey Abrams know about an environmental? Ain't she like a writer? She's an author or some shit, like an erotic writer or author or some shit. I don't know. I know she writes, but I don't know if it's erotic books or some shit like that. And then like steamy romantic books or some shit. So what do you know about the EPA? But her NGO got $2 billion. Now, how much money had they gotten before? How much money had they raised before, what's her name? Stacey Abrams got her money. How much money had they raised? How much money? How much money you think did that organization had raised? Speed the wealth, spread the wealth. You seen the news. Yep, $100. $100. That's all the money they raised. Know Your Rights Foundation raised more than that. God damn it. We done raised more than that in donations. Also, you can go to knowyourrightsfoundation.org and donate. Matter of fact, I forgot to tell you, and also go over there and get you and sign up if you want to learn the law for free. I forgot to say that at the beginning. I don't know what I was tripping on, but make sure you get over there to knowyourrightsfoundation.org, learn the law for free. Then you don't have to pay $10,000 to fight the IRS. See, that's how it works. Make sure you sign up, learn the law for free, and then you take it back out there and teach it to your community. That's the deal. All right. So again, knowyourrightsfoundation.org. We teach it for free, and then you take it back out there and teach it to somebody else. But also, if you want to get into the interview class for March, that's what we're taking in now. No more interview class for February, only March. So make sure you get in here. But so again, they're coming after you, the person who don't have the money to fight the IRS, right? So the 6,700 agents, though, that they fired, they were probationary. They were probationary. But they can tell you, they can take all that money from you because they got to give Stacey Abrams $2 billion. Now, what does Stacey Abrams do with the $2 billion? Because she don't have it. She says they don't have it. What does Stacey Abrams do with the $2 billion? They said so you know that money went back. They give this is what they do. This is the game now. You create a bunch of NGOs. They funnel the money through the NGO. Then you, as the NGO, then you go back and you give money to, and the NGO can be a nonprofit or it can just be a regular corporation, right? So it doesn't necessarily have to be a nonprofit. A lot of them are nonprofits. So they have to spend all the money. They have to spend all the money. So they can spend the money on, fundraisers or concerts or stuff like that. So they went through the whole thing, how they had all these extravagant conferences and stuff like that. So that's what they do. And they pay these politicians to come and speak at their conferences. That's how the money gets made back. So they can't be political, right? So they can't make donations. But I can hold a conference on EPA or, environmentalism or something like that. And I can invite Senator Whoop-de-Whoop or something like that. Or somebody who's a lobbyist or anything like that. So they keep funneling the money back through like that. So they invite a lobbyist to speak. They can give the money to a lobbyist. And then the lobbyist can then go and then, boom, give the money in turn to the politician. So this is how they work. And so they cut these cats right before tax season. Now I told you though, paying taxes is unlawful. So if you're still paying taxes, that's because you are lazy and don't want to figure out how not to. So, sorry, it's not hard. I told you to go to freedomlawschool.org. We can teach you that stuff in Know Your Rights Foundation too, but freedomlawschool.org, they specifically deal with taxes. Or go to agentfortruth.org or .com. Either one of those, but that's Joe Bannister. That's the IRS agent who came out and started teaching people how not to pay taxes. So if you're paying taxes still, there's no law that requires you to pay taxes. I already told you this. No law that requires you to pay taxes. Not even the 16th Amendment. That's not a real thing. Your Supreme Court already ruled on it. So then after they went to the fired the 6,700 IRS agents, they moved on. They moving on to Fort Knox. They going to Fort Knox next week. They are balling right now, yo. They are balling right now. This nigga Elon is just this nigga's skating and moonwalking all over the goddamn government. This nigga doing the Michael Jackson, what was it, Motown 25, if you know what he doing the moonwalk. That's when Michael Jackson unveiled the moonwalk. That's what Doge is doing right now. Fort Knox, and that nigga Trump said the money better be there. Said the money better be there. Now, this is why I say it's starting to get dangerous, because you starting to uncover some real jacked up scabs on some messed up wounds. Like, you are pulling back like, put that back, put another pad on that shit, nigga, cover that up, put some methylate, some mercurochrome, and some goddamn, anybody got some what was that, camphofenique? Put some camphofenique on that shit. Cover that shit up, put some camphofenique, some neosporin, some methylate, some mercurochrome, and you leave that shit alone. Some wounds, you want to leave covered up. Some wounds you gotta leave covered up. This nigga Trump is just uncovering all kind of dead bodies and you're just thinking and shit like, nigga, you that dead body got plague on it. Trump, you might want to, hey nigga, you gotta be methodical about this shit. This nigga just, hey, look at this dead body, look at that shit, oh shit. This nigga uncovering everything. Fort Knox may not have gold, man. And if you show America or the world that Fort Knox does not have gold, how far do you think the dollar will drop? The dollar's worth will drop. If he tries to show them, or if he does show them that there's no gold, because it's supposed to be 400 tons of gold just in Fort Knox. Then they got gold. They're supposed to have gold all over America, like gold in the Federal Reserve. If you've seen Die Hard 3, they showed you that. Then they got like gold in all over the place, man. Different states and shit. So, yeah, but the Camphor. What you know about the Camphofenique, Roger O? The Camphofenique. As an old school people, you know about that Camphofenique. But, yeah, man, I ain't seen that in so long. Camphofenique was put on everything. My grandmama used to put that Camphofenique every time you came in with scratch or anything, a bite, scratch, anything. Camphofenique. Go get the Camphofenique out the cabinet in the bathroom. Yeah. Like, God damn, some old Camphofenique. So, yeah. But if there's no gold, yo, Christopher Clark, appreciate you. Thank you, brother. Thank everybody hitting the Cash App. Appreciate you. Gonna put that in some good use right after this live stream. Actually, you may see it going through the live stream. I may get my salmon, my baked salmon roll delivered while we live streaming. Hey, they closed during the live stream, so I have to get it, or I have to get it sent before the live stream sent. So hey, I appreciate you, Christopher Clark. You hook me up. You hook me up with a baked salmon roll. But so Fort Knox is getting audited. I want to see what's in there. They showed the last time Fort Knox was audited was in the 70s. And they showed it. They took them like, they didn't want to show it. I think the head of the Fort Knox or whatever, it took them like so long for them to get the politicians down there to see the gold. And when they went down there to see the gold, they only showed them, they only opened like a small little sliver of patch, and they showed them like about this. It was like maybe about this big and like that wide, and you saw gold bricks. It was like a window. When they showed them, it was only like a window of gold bricks. You're like, wait a minute, nigga, you're supposed to be 400 tons of gold in here. Nigga, you only showing me this much gold? Where the rest of the gold at, bitch? Well, this is just a representation. We can't show you all the gold, so we can show you that we have some here. This is a representation of the gold we have, okay? A representation, okay? We told you, representation. Like, nigga, I want to see all the gold. Hey, brother. Hey, look here, man. The fuck you talking about, boy? Representation. Here. That's all the gold we seen. in the last 50 years, y'all, is that a window. So Trump is about to go in there and say, hey, bitch, where is the gold? Fuck that window. I want to go to the vault. Walk me through the vault. Rand Paul says he's been trying to get in there for 10 years. He said he's been putting in requests to go view the gold for 10 years. They will not let Senator Rand Paul in there. It's in China. It went to London. It went all over the world. They done gave that money all over the place. So I hope you get in there, Trump. I want to see it, baby. I want to see the gold. Where the goddamn gold, bitch? But again, if there's no gold in there, you're going to see the dollar go. The dollar is going to fucking take a goddamn swan dive off of goddamn Mount Vesuvius. Off of... That shit is, boy. Because you know the dollar's supposed to be backed by gold. If you show people the dollar ain't backed by gold, I don't think Trump will do it. I think Trump will go in there. I think if he don't see any gold, I don't think he'll tell people. That'll be too volatile. If you tell the world that America has no gold, that'll fuck it up. So I don't think he's going to do it. So then a bunch of federal courts, though, Doge just keep winning. A bunch of federal courts found that Doge does have the authority to do what it's doing. Doge can go in there and look at your books. They ain't doing nothing but looking and telling Trump they're not making decisions. So, yep, they can do it. And one of the Democratic judges actually did that. The reason they're ruling in favor of the Trump administration and Doge is because they're not doing anything wrong. They're not breaking the law. He's actually falling within the purview of his executive powers. And so whoever they have on the law team of Trump right now, those people are on the money because they're making sure everything is legal. So when they go to court and they appeal it, they win. Because they know they're gonna go to the Supreme Court. So they went to I forgot what state that was, but one state is a sister. She was a judge, and she said, "Well, you can't," because they were trying to say you need to stop them because it's going to be, irreparable harm. Like we're not going to be able to repair the harm that he does by looking at our. Like, wait a minute, just looking at your shit at where the government spent money is going to do irreparable harm. Wait, just looking at where you motherfuckers spent money, just looking at it, knowing where you motherfuckers spent our money. Is gonna do it. No, like she was like, she wanted to say yeah, but she was like, I can't do it because she knows, nobody wants that on their record. When you do a biased ruling, no judge, wants that on their record when they do a biased ruling and then it gets sent up and then the higher court sees this and like, what the hell was you thinking? And then they cancel the ruling or send it back down for the judge to re-rule in the case or to adjudicate again. No judge likes that on their record. They don't like to be overturned. That's the term. So she ruled in favor and said Doge can go in there and look at the books. Then the U.S. they also said that the shutdown of USAID was within its powers. Now that's a big win right there because USAID was the main one funding everything, all the fuckery, the DEI, the ESG, the trans stuff, all of that. USAID was funding all of that. They was buying off all kinds of journalists, media companies around the world. They were crazy. They were the main ones. That was the CIA's main handle. They were the main one. And the court just said, yep, Trump can shut that shit down. So that's a big win right there. Shutting down USAID, big win. They're not going to have the money and, the structure, the infrastructure to be able to fight back against Trump like they would. That's why they're screaming so hard, because Trump is ripping apart the infrastructure where they have the funds to be able to fight him. See, that's how they're able to go at him for the last 4 years. They were able to just through the bureaucracy, just not do what the hell he said and just have everybody who's in these these bureaus just do what the fuck, just work against them because they had the funding. They all control the money and shit like that. And no matter what Trump would say, they would fund it anyway. Or if he wanted something funded, they would underfund it and shit like that. So Trump knew he had to go in and dismantle and just basically decapitate all of those different agencies, cut them down so they have no more power, and then boom, now you can't take me out. Now you can't. You have no ground game. You got no air game. You got no. I just took out your whole game. I took out your ground game and I took out your air game. You got nothing. You got nothing. All you got is a whistle. You a fucking referee blowing foul on the play. That's it. That's all you got. Foul. Foul. Pass interference. Pass interference. Nah. Pass interference. No. Pass interference. No, he can't do that, Your Honor. Like, no, yes, he can. Holding. He can't do that, Your Honor. He can't do that, Your Honor. Actually, he can. Fuck. Illegal motion. Illegal motion, Your Honor. Illegal motion. No. These niggas, all they got is a fucking whistle. That's it. That's why you see him in front of the news cameras every damn day. This is being engineered by the CI who are losing their money. So the only thing they can do is organize backlash against Trump. That's it. They have no more money really to do anything. They're not in the bureaus. He kicked all of them out of the bureaus, so they can't do anything. So all they can do is go on TV and spout that Trump is the devil, Elon is the devil, unelected official, listen to that, he's illegal, everything he's doing is illegal, you're going to be put in camps, he's destroying the Constitution, this is a constitutional crisis, when everything he's doing is within the Constitution. Everything he's doing. He's even following the temporary bans on his executive orders so that they don't go back and be able to take it down and say, well, he didn't follow the law. So he out here mashing. So then, moving along. So this is the funny thing. So I just wanted to. This is what they were told in court, because they really think that the judges can tell the executive branch what to do. So basically, it was like the Congress creates the laws. The executive branch obviously executes the laws, and they cannot create organizations that are autonomous to the executive branch. That's basically what Congress did. So in order to take the power away from the president, Congress created some type of laws or policies where they said that we can create non-governmental organizations that are outside of the power of the president, the executive branch. However, they can't do that. They can't create organizations to execute their laws. Their laws are executed by the executive branch. That's why it's called the executive branch, execute, right? So they can't do that. That was against the law. So this is why Trump is able to do that and take power back from all these NGOs that were created by Congress. They don't like that. The NGOs have been running the government for the last 40, 50 years. And this nigga Trump is flipping that shit. This is crazy. So just get on board, man. This is going to be some crazy shit. So moving along, this is the crazy one right here. Last thing on the government stuff. Trump single-handedly ended BRICS. Well, no, they haven't ended it, but they're about to end. So BRICS is the organization that was created to create an alternative money source, or currency, alternative currency to the dollar, to basically ruin the dollar. So that's, what was that? Brazil. What was it? Damn. BRICS. Brazil, Russia. What was the I stand for, y'all? I forgot damn the I. what was it? What was the I stand for in BRICS? It was Brazil, Russia. I forgot who the I was. China and what was it South Africa? I think it was South Africa. India. Thank you. So Trump told them this week. He said, if anybody joins BRICS, for any country that joins BRICS, you get 100% tariff put on your country. 100% tariff put on your country. They like, what? They said, what? What? You like, you goddamn right, bitch. We see what you're trying to do. You're trying to destroy the American dollar. I'm not gonna let you do it. So you want to join that shit? Then yep, 100% tariff, nigga. You want to sell your shit in America? Trying to destroy? You think you're just gonna create an organization to destroy the American dollar while you sell to America and use America to destroy their own dollar? Fuck out of here. Trump said, hell no, bitch. 100% tariff, motherfucker. And they were like, ooh. Let's get out of here, guys. They started hitting that moonwalk. Michael Jackson, Motown 25. They was like, nigga, they started hitting the smooth criminal moonwalk. They was like, nigga, we out of here. Deuces, China. You know, China was the main one putting that shit together, right? So Trump told him, hey, you want to follow China all you want to, go ahead, follow China. 100% tariff. They was like, China. Fuck you. So they all got to say fuck you to China. Even China got to back off of that shit because they don't want 100% tariffs on America. So, again, 90% of what Trump is doing is great. It's just the Khazarian ball gargling that brings it all the way back down. I mean, he does so much Khazarian ball gargling. This nigga need a toothpick for fucking hairs. Oh my God. Oh, sorry. Damn, Trump. Nigga, you can't be doing that. You can't be gargling balls to where you get the... I'll save that for later. No, Trump, you can't save pubic hair for later, my nigga. Khazarian ball pubic hair, Trump, you are a ball gargler. Because he just told Khazaria to go ahead and do whatever the hell he wanted. He just told Netanyahu to go ahead and do whatever the hell he wanted to do. Basically, just go ahead and bomb whatever. He says he got 2,000-pound bombs. Go ahead and drop them. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. All right, Trump. All of that karma's about to come back on you, bitch. You have been doing great. Now you about to have all those dead people karma come back on your ass. You was doing great for this whole damn time. I don't get any wars. It's only about America first and all this and that shit. But as soon as them Khazarians, they motherfucking check your ass. And you got to bend the knee. So if you tell them to go ahead and bomb or start bombing people and they start killing people under your regime, that's your karma, motherfucker. And that shit's going to come back on you. So, again, most of the shit Trump is doing is great. You start getting into letting New Khazaria bomb innocent people and babies and shit like that, your karma will be fucked. So, hold on. So moving along. So Trump wants to give some of the money Doge fines back to the people. See, 90% of what this nigga doing, 90% of what this nigga doing is great. It's like, nigga, but you can't be killing or sanctioning. He's not doing it, but you can't sanction the destruction of innocent people. That brings your karma all the way back down. However, he wants to give the money that Doge finds back to the people. What is it called? He called it the Doge dividend refund. Now, of course, the Democrats are calling a stimulus check. What's that chick, Jasmine, dumbass Jasmine, whatever, bitch. I can't stand that bitch. We are not in the business of giving out money. Wait a minute, you ain't in the business of giving out money, bitch. What the fuck are you talking about? You just gave, Trump just had to stop $60 million you was giving to illegal immigrants to pay for a luxury hotel. You spent $22 billion last year on illegal immigrants to have motherfucking cars and cell phones and clothes and houses and businesses. You ain't in the business of giving money out, bitch. What the fuck are you talking about? And this ain't giving out money. Trump is not giving out money. It's your money. If you paid taxes, they stole your money to give to that bullshit. That you didn't. They didn't ask you. Did you want their money? Did you want to spend your money on that? Did somebody ask you? Did you want to spend your money on transgender comic books? Huh? For Peru? Hey guys, I have superpowers. I have superpowers, guys. I can sit down and pee. I can sit and pee. Yeah, guys. I can squeeze. Yeah, milk. I got milk. There's milk in here now, guys. I got milk. Oh my god. Is that what this transgender superhero can do, motherfucker? Because that's a superpower. If a dude all of a sudden can sit, well, you can sit and pee without being a woman. But what the fuck? Did they ask you, did you want to do that? Did they ask you about the transgender or the transgender musical in Panama? Did they ask you if you wanted to give your money to transgender musicals in Panama? I don't think they asked you for that. But no, they ain't in the business of giving out money, y'all. Only $2 billion to Stacey Abrams for environmental shit that she don't know nothing about. No, not in the business of giving out money. Not at all. She's so full of shit. You know what I'm saying, man? So, $5,000. Trump want to give y'all back $5,000. $5,000. And she said, what is $5,000 going to do for somebody who's out of a job? Is she got to be the dumbest? That's what I'm saying. That is the dumbest motherfucker in Congress. She just loud. I hate that she's an Aries too. Goddamn. That she said, what is $5,000 gonna do to a person who ain't got a job? The fuck are you talking about? It's gonna help them out immensely. If you broke, if you starving, and somebody gave your ass a hamburger, what is a hamburger gonna do for somebody who's starving? Huh? He's starving. This is a burger. He's starving. Do you understand? He cannot live off of burgers. He's starving. You can't starve and eat burgers and survive. What is wrong with you, people? What is wrong with you? He needs air. Oh, you've been eating air? Oh, air's not helping you? What do you need? You want the burger. Oh, you want the burger? Oh, well, the burger, he says he wants the burger. So the burger, you want the burger? like, bitch, yes, bitch, give me the fucking burger, bitch. I'm starving, bitch. No, $5,000 is not going to help anybody who broke, who ain't got a job. That's the dumbest statement I think I ever heard somebody say in my entire life. $5,000 is not going to help somebody who ain't got a job. She need to be kicked out of Congress for that statement alone. Just that statement alone, you too dumb to be in Congress. And my major was business finance. I majored in business finance, so I know we don't have the money to give away. You don't know shit. You ain't looking over no books. You don't know shit. Shut your ass up. So they don't have money to give away for you, but Trump says, hold on, baby, I'm going to give you 5,000. Now, that's 79 million people. It only goes to taxpayers. So if you pay taxes or if you've paid taxes, if you on the books as a taxpayer, meaning, so if you've ever paid taxes, it ain't just if you're paying taxes now, but if you've ever paid taxes or you're paying taxes now, then you're going to get a check for $5,000. He said that's 79 million people that are registered taxpayers that's supposed to get the money. So they said, and then if you get, they said if you get federal assistance, like food stamps or in the county and something like that, then you already are getting, you're already getting that money. You don't get no money. So if you're on federal assistance and stuff like that, you're not going to get $5,000. If you're already getting help from the government, they're not going to give you the extra $5,000. But if you're a taxpayer or you've paid taxes before, get you a nice little $5,000 check. That Jasmine, whatever her name is, says that that's not going to do anything to help you. A burger's not going to help you when you're starving, man. That's fucking crazy. I don't know where you heard that. Food does not help you when you're starving. What do you mean, man? That's the craziest thing I've ever heard in my fucking life, man. Food helps you when you're starving? What? Who the fuck told this guy? Get this motherfucker out of here. He's an idiot. He's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy, bitch. Moving along. The Biden administration, heads of the pandemic, they come out and admit, they came out and admit and said that the cupcake people could not get the virus, or cupcake people could not get the virus so the story is basically the people who were in head of the pandemic response, the woman who was in head of the pandemic response, she said that when they came out and they said that people who got cupcaked couldn't get couldn't get it. After you got cupcake, you couldn't get the CV19. She said that it was because basically they said it like it was an actual fact. What they came out and just said, it was more of a hope. They were more hoping. They say it was a guess and a hope. What up, Miss Jeannie? They said it was a guess and a hope. Now, they told you it was 95% effective. And if you took it, you couldn't spread it and you couldn't get it. But all the while, behind the scenes, they said that they were hoping and guessing. You hoped and guessed and took out how many people did they take out with that bullshit, hoping and guessing? Now, this falls right in line with the medical industry because misdiagnosis or doctors' misdiagnosis is the third leading cause of death in America. Right after heart disease, cancer, doctors. Just 1, 2, 3. Them niggas right up there. It's like, if you do the study, I think it's like almost close to 1 million people a year. That isn't a bunch of hundreds of thousands of people a year that they misdiagnose. And those people with misdiagnosis get, third. So much so that it's third. So when she came out and she said that it was a hope or a wish, that's kind of right in line with how they get down. Please let it work, God. Please, God, please. Motherfuckers on their knees. Hold on the Bokasha. They sitting there screaming, praying to Jesus Christ and all the rest of them motherfuckers. Please, God, please let it work. You got COVID? You got COVID? You got it? Okay. Yeah. I'm not scared. No. Hey, yeah. I'm not scared. Oh, you got it too? Oh shit. Oh yeah. I'm just gonna stay right here in my, I'm meditating, gonna stay right here in my place. No, you stay right there. You stay right. No. No. I don't need the fist bump. Yeah, we're gonna air fist bump. Okay. Here, here, bump it. Yeah, you too. Bump it. Air fist bump, motherfucker. Air fist. I said air. Yeah. Like, don't dare say her. She was in the White House doing that shit. She was literally in the White House doing that while she went on TV and told you, hey man, if you get it, you can't if you get it, you're not gonna spread it, or you can't get it. While she in the White House doing this. Yeah, leave my lunch over there. Yeah. She doing this in the White House, not wanting to touch shit. Like, wait, what's wrong with you, girl? No, nothing. I'm okay. You stay over there. You too. So now the White House, she was called the White House COVID coordinator. That's what she said. She was the coordinator of the pandeezy. She everything that happened, it was her. Fauci, he did the recommendations, but she was the person who carried it out. She was the White House CV-19 coordinator. And she said that she believes in following science. The thing that they didn't do during the pandeezy. She says, we believe in following the science. Oh, you do now? Oh, now? Okay. Now you believe, okay. She is full of shit. And like I said, all of this while Fauci was telling us, if you don't believe in science, to question science is to question Fauci. You're questioning science, or you question Fauci, you're questioning the science. That nigga said, you question him, you're questioning this, you question science, you question me, motherfucker, you're questioning the whole scientific world, motherfucker. Like, you are the science, Fauci? Yes! I'm science. Motherfucker. Fucking, what is it? Anthony Science motherfucking Fauci. Put it on a goddamn t-shirt. Anthony Science motherfucking Fauci. Like, all right, nigga, you kind of gangster. Calm down, bro. Well, shit, don't question me. All right, Dr. Fauci. So, everybody knew. It's coming out that everybody knew. Now, it's 5 years later, and they can be like, we can say something? We can say something? We can say something? You sure? We can say something. Well, shit, I knew that shit was bullshit all along. Goddamn, nigga, I told everybody from the beginning, when it first happened, I said, nigga, don't take that shit. Don't bring that shit around me. Nobody wanted to listen to me. Wait a minute. Weren't you the first motherfucker to get it? No, I told everybody don't get it. I was the one that stood on top of the goddamn car in the middle of the goddamn freeway. I said, hey, man, don't get this shit. I don't think that was... I don't think you did that. I was me. I'm like, wait a minute. All the people, the FDA dude, he came out and said the shit. He told Fauci that they should only focus on people who... So, you know, it was basically the people that it affected the most was like people in their 70s, right? So he said we should only focus on people that it affects the most, right? The 70, people in the 70s. So Fauci was like, yeah, we can do that. But if we do that, then everybody else won't want to get it. So we need to say that everybody needs to get it so that the older people will want to get it. Because if we say just the older people will need to get it, this group needs to get it, then they won't take it as serious. But if we say everybody needs to get it, like it's so serious that everyone needs to get vaccinated right now, then the older people will believe it and then they'll go out and they'll do it. So you are sacrificing everybody in the goddamn world for a motherfucker who's 78 years old, nigga? Who motherfucking got 1 foot on the grave and 1 foot on the banana peel, and this motherfucker, you sacrificing the whole world for that nigga? What the hell? This nigga doing a half gainer, half pipe dive into the fucking into the grave, nigga, to a casket. And you trying to save the world for these motherfuckers? That's bullshit. He was lying his ass off. That's what he told the FDA guy. That was the head of the FDA, or the second chief, the deputy chief of the FDA. He came out and said that Fauci told him we need to focus on everybody so that the old people will take it. Fuck you. We're gonna kill. You're gonna take out everybody or put everybody at jeopardy, even little kids, knowing little kids didn't need to take it. He knew that. And said we need to say it's for everyone, or they're not gonna take it. So I hope the states, because he got the pardon, right? So he got the pardon now. But all this stuff started to come out. So I hope the states go after his ass. The states, y'all need to go after Fauci. Please. States, go after that bitch ass nigga. He's not exempt from federal from state crimes. So go after him, please. He is so full of shit. Damn it, I wish this dude would be the one to go after him. So moving along, Kash Patel. Y'all don't know who Kash Patel is, you better know. Kash Patel was sworn in yesterday as the FBI director. Oh shit. God damn it, if Biden didn't give Fauci that pardon, Kash Patel was gonna be on that. Kash Patel is no joke. Y'all don't know who Kash Patel is? Kash Patel is not with the business. He is not about the bullshit. Y'all need to go look at some Kash Patel on some of these podcasts. He is all about fuck the FBI, fuck them, fuck them. We gonna tear all this shit down. We gonna kick everybody out this bitch. I'm about to prosecute this motherfucker right here. I mean, he is not an establishment puppet at all. So Trump has everybody in his cabinet. Most of the people in his cabinet are non-establishment, which is crazy. He got some establishment people in there like Rubio and Bergman and some other cats, the Secretary of Treasury and all these type of cats. But they do what he say. They don't do what they want to do, like they would probably do for another, president who is just a figurehead. Trump ain't no figurehead. Trump is probably the only dude who's been in that seat who actually uses the power without anybody telling him how to use the power. He's the only dude that's ever do that. That's crazy. Probably except since like fucking George Washington or something. He's the only dude, but you know why? Because he don't care. He not run by them motherfuckers. He don't take no money from them. He don't need their money. He don't need none of it. So it is crazy that you got this dude sitting in the office and he's probably the only person to never have to do what any of the establishment needs him to do to stay in office. He got there on his own. So Kash Patel, he said he about to rip this bitch down. He was on the Sean Ryan show, and that's when he said that he was gonna go in. Now he didn't do this, but he said he was gonna go into the FBI building and clear it out and send all the 7,000 agents, send them to go prosecute crimes, which he's still gonna do that. But he didn't. He said he was gonna turn the FBI building into an FBI museum. Well, he didn't do that, but we don't know if he's gonna do it or not. But he's that dude. He said he's about dismantling the whole thing. So, and then Adam Schiff, if you know who Adam Schiff is. So Adam Schiff is one of the most corrupt politicians. I'd say like him, Biden, Pelosi, for sure, Mitch McConnell, bitch ass. Who's retiring? Goddamn. About time, you old goddamn rooster looking motherfucker. This nigga falling all over the place, ruining the world and shit. And nigga finally getting his old rooster neck ass out of there. But Mitch McConnell, one of the most corrupt people. So it's a bunch. Those are like the top of the list. And Adam Schiff, because he said that Kash Patel said that he would, that he called out Adam Schiff, and he said Adam Schiff was one of the most corrupt people ever. He's pulled his card so many times on all these different podcasts that Adam Schiff knows that Kash is going to come after him. So he was trying to stop Cash from getting confirmed the whole time. If you go and look at the confirmation hearings, he was trying to blast Cash Patel, right? He was trying to smash on him and blah, 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 blah. He was yelling at him because he's so scared. Then, once he got confirmed, this fool went and stood in front of the FBI building. It was like him and like 4 other people. It wasn't like a big crowd and shit, but it was like him and 4 other people. They stood in front of the FBI building. He does not belong in here. He does not deserve to be head of this agency. We're not going to let him in. We're not going to. He ain't even coming here today, motherfucker. You know, grandstanding bullshit. You know he ain't even coming here. And if he was coming here and you was standing in front of that door, that would be the best thing ever because he would throw your ass in jail in 2 seconds. So you full of shit. We out here with the cameras. He's not gonna, Cash Patel's not gonna be my FBI director. He's not a real person. He's not a... You are scared, nigga, that when he get in there, that nigga about to put a goddamn electron microscope up your colon, bitch. No diddy. That's what Adam Schiff is scared about. So, hey, nigga, that nigga shit is shaking. Let me come here, motherfucker. Let me just, what do you got in there, motherfucker? What do you? He gonna be all up in that nigga shit. What is this? $500 million from who? That motherfucker Adam Schiff is going to have to retire. He gonna be in there, nigga. What is this? So, shout out to Cash Patel. And you know, he's melanated. He's the Indian. He's the Indian melanated. But shout out to Cash Patel. And I hope you smash on him. Moving along, man. So with all this stuff going down the way it is, I mean, and it's like I said, I've said this for the last couple of weeks. You couldn't plan any of this happening. Like, this is like the most anomalous thing that can happen, that could have happened to the government. Nothing like this has ever happened since I've been watching. I've been studying politics for a long time. Long time. And I've never seen anything like this happening because most people who get in office are all bought off. Not most, pretty much every one of them are bought off. So right now, what we're seeing is you're seeing probably the 2 most powerful people in the world, Trump and Elon, who can't be bought off because Elon is the richest motherfucker and Trump is probably the most gangster out of the politicians. And neither one of them can be bought off. So to me, this is like the great conjunction. These are like 2 massive bodies that are coming together to form this great superpower energy. So again, a lot of you may have caught this channel, may have found this channel from the Great Conjunction video I did in 2020. I didn't take it down, YouTube took it down. Because I was talking about some of that in the video, so they removed it, but got a lot of views before they shut it down. And in the video, I was talking about the Great Conjunction, how that Great Conjunction, a Great Conjunction happens every 20 years where Jupiter and Saturn come together, you know, and they create this massive force of energy. Those are the 2 biggest planets that we have in the solar system. So when they come together in a conjunction, they create this giant force of energy that you can draw from. You can invoke that energy when this happens. And it's been happening every 20 years with the establishment, these secret ritual, you know, these type of cats, the secret elite cats. They've been using that energy and propelling their agenda every 20 years. This is why if you look back every 20 years, some crazy shit will happen. Every 20 damn years. Like the 20 years before the 20 years before this just happened, this conjunction, we had what? You had the Twin Tower, the 9/11 shit, right? That's when the plane flew into the towers and all that type of shit. So right before that was a conjunction. They had a conjunction. Right before that happened in 2021, right before that in 2000 was a conjunction. They used that energy to propel that agenda, that thing happening. So again, they were trying to use this 2020 conjunction energy to propel this one world order, this what they call the Great Reset. They were trying to propel that into the future. However, something happened. Something happened to their plan. So I found out about this about 2 weeks before the conjunction. I had never heard about the Great Conjunction. And I've been in astrology for a minute, but I never saw the Great Conjunction. Now, I did research on it and found a few Caucasian channels who had talked about it. But no melanated people were talking about the Great Conjunction. No one. I mean, I was searching. Great Conjunction, Great Conjunction. I was no, and like I said, only a few Caucasian channels was talking about it. So I dove into my books. That's a whole astrology bookcase over there. There's a whole astrology bookcase on that side over there. But so I dove into my books and started researching and found out about the Great Conjunction. And this one that came in 2020, it hadn't happened. They were so close. They had came so close. They hadn't been that close in like over 2,000 years. So it was like the Great Conjunction, though. It happens every 20 years, but this one that happened in 2020 hadn't happened in 2,000 years. Crazy, 2,000 years, right? So what type of energy was that going to bring? And as well, the conjunction was happening in Capricorn when Capricorn was going to 0 degrees Capricorn, or our sun in our solar system was dropping to 0 degrees Capricorn, right? So you had these 3 gigantic bodies all coming and going to the 0 degrees Capricorn at the same time. So it was like a great reset in 2020. It was like a crazy, just this magnificent thing happening that you could only be alive for once. And that happened in 2020. And you were here. But did you know about it so that you were able to draw energy from it or put out into the world what you wanted? So again, 2 weeks before it happened, I found out about it and started doing videos. And I did that Great Conjunction video, and that shit spread. Like, so many people saw that damn video. Like the rapper, what's that rapper? NLE Chopper. Anybody know that dude? NLE Chopper. I had no idea who he was. He hit me up and was like, man, the video. he hit me up and he saw the video and he hit me, text me about the video and shit. So I mean, he gave me comments and shit about the video. So the video went kind of big. So a lot of people started finding out about it. Right. And that's actually how Bro Rich from Black Magic 363, that's how he found me, because the video started to go viral. So people started to hear about it and I was in the video, I was telling you to do your rituals. Don't just let them take over this energy. They've been using it for the last how many years, however many years that we didn't know about it. Let's take this back and put out what you want. Destruction of the establishment, destruction of the one world order, taking that shit down. I was like, put that energy out into the universe, because there's no greater time that you're going to have for that energy to flourish and come to fruition than now. Then when in this Great Conjunction that hadn't happened in 2,000 years. So people people were doing their rituals and all that type of stuff. And so now the reason I'm telling you about that, I'm giving you just giving you a background on how powerful that is, and also what that means when Saturn and Jupiter come together. Jupiter being the planet of fortune, it's a super energetic planet. It's the planet of what is it? What's the word I'm looking for? Dynamic power. Great fortune, dynamic power. It's the superpower. It's like it represents Zeus if you want to go into your mythology. So Saturn or Jupiter represents Zeus, right? It's the all-powerful god, right? And then Saturn, which came before it, which is really supposed to be, it was the main planet before it. Saturn represents the law. This is the law bringer. It represents slow movement, things coming to fruition through hard work, right? Through whatever I put out into the universe, I have to work hard for it. I can say, yeah, I want this from the universe, but when Saturn's there, you just don't get it back. It's the planet of karma, right? So karma is not just negative energy. A lot of people think karma means negative energy. It's cause and effect. So whatever I put out into the universe, I get back. So whenever Saturn is present, don't think of Saturn as something negative. A lot of people always, when Saturn comes, oh my God, Saturn is this. No, don't think about that. Think, oh, I need to put out hard work right now, because when I put out hard work in Saturn, then boom, it comes back. or you get back in Saturn whatever you've already put out into the universe. So it's, it's, excuse me, it behooves you to constantly put out good energy, because that's going to come back onto you. So you never know when the planets will align for you to get that good energy back. So it was super powerful energy that happened at that time. Now, why am I talking about this? Because Trump and Elon, there to me are a representation of the Great Conjunction. Trump being Jupiter, Elon being Saturn. The planet, the lawbringer. It's the lawbringer, the planet of, of order, law and order. That's what Elon is. Elon is an organizer. He can go to any company, business, and organize that shit and make it efficient. Boom, bring it down, make it work right. Trump ain't that dude. Trump, he hires people to do that. Trump is the idea man. He's the magnanimous boom. He's the dude the head of the shit. He ain't really the motherfucker who run it. He's the head, the face though. He's the motherfucker you follow. Like, hey, nigga, I'm with that motherfucker. Now he is very smart and he is making decisions, but he's not the main guy. He's not the small details guy. He's the big picture guy, right? So that's who you have right now. That's who you have together right now. The universe brought these two forces together that would have never been together, because Elon hated Trump. He didn't like Trump. He thought Trump was, Elon was this crazy ass Democrat and all that type of shit. He was all with them. So, and he thought Trump was, he believed all the bullshit about Trump. So he didn't like Trump at all. So the way the universe works, man, is so crazy. Trump had to lose that first election, or the second election. He had to lose the second election, because had he won, he would have been just kept on doing the same shit, right? He'd have kept on doing the same shit. But him losing that election was a whole lot of things happened. It allowed the establishment to put their plan into play, right? But they did it sloppily. So it also allowed the world, because it made you go in the house. And so what happens when you go in the house and you sit down? You're able to contemplate the world. You're able to think about things. You're able to relax and see things. And so when they were doing this, we were not just running around, hustling and bustling. We were inside being able to oh, I see what you're doing. I see that. I see that. So the Pandeezy was the worst thing that could have happened to them, because it actually woke up the world. And so when, the power, or the changing of what was supposed to happen, like this great magnanimous energy that was being put out into the world, it can only happen at this time. All of the things had to align at the exact same time. Trump had to lose the election in the middle election, so that he could know what to do. And then also so that the world could see that he wasn't the dude who they made him out to be. And then other people could get on board, like RFK and Tulsi Gabbard and Elon Musk. These super powerful people who aren't really with his shit. But the overall idea of changing the government came in. That's the main thing that they have on, in focus, is the government needs to be revamped and changed. The people who run it, these bureaucrats, these evil people who are the corporate people, all these what is the term, like Northrop, what is the term I'm looking for? These military industrial military complex companies, all that type of shit needs to be ripped down. This is the one focus that they had, and it can only happen at this time. Like no other time in history could you get this type of shit that all culminates at the same time. This is absolutely insane. So I call this the Great Conjunction. Like, you could not get the two most powerful people in the world together at the same time. And then what's happening to the government is never happened. It's absolutely never happened. By the end of this, either America's going to be destroyed because either the world or America's not going to be able to handle the bullshit that it uncovers, because again, the Band-Aid is being ripped off and the unveiling is happening. So either America is going to have to be, or either America is going to be they're going to be just so distraught with the reality and the truth of America that they're not going to be able to handle it, or Trump is going to be able to artfully just revamp and remake this shit and you know we're not going to have to suffer a setback. So this shit is crazy right now, and this again, them to me are the representation of that great conjunction. When we put that energy out into the universe, I think this is the universe bringing this to fruition. Like, I could never ever see Trump and Elon ever hanging, but these two motherfuckers are hanging and changing the fucking world. And now you're gonna have a motherfucker like you're gonna have somebody like, what you putting your thumb down for, Miss Jeannie? Leah, appreciate you. Thank you for the cash app. What's your thumb? Don't me thumb down to me, girl. What's wrong with you? What you doing? But again, the only other time that this can happen. So we'll sit back, we'll see what happens. But in no other time has this ever happened. You got two people who are not establishment running the government. If they stay alive, if them two niggas are able to stay alive, then you're gonna see some crazy shit happening. So moving along, in Skittle news, the HHS, Health and Human Services, redefines sex as immutable in their new guidelines. Excuse me. Sex is immutable. You can't take a man and make him a woman. You can't take a woman and make him a man. You gonna tell me tomorrow? Let me thumb down to me, girl. But sex is immutable. Now, we all knew that. Why does it take a declaration in the guidelines to tell us? Because the Democrats was tripping. So this is the story. The Department of Health and Human Services will define sex as an immutable biological classification and only recognize males and females officially. Excuse me. Males and females. Officials said on Wednesday. HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., on his first full day on the job, released guidance building on Trump's executive order seeking to stop recognizing the concept of gender identity. Now, these articles, when I copy and paste these, they be fucking these up. So again, let me read that. RFK, on his first full day on the job, released guidance building on Trump's executive order seeking to stop recognizing the concept of gender identity. So they're trying to just no gender identity. Like no, there's no such thing as gender identity. That's what they're getting rid of. They said no such thing as gender identity. It's just man and woman. That's it. We're not fucking with nothing else. So it says the guidance included definitions HHS will use, including defining father as a male parent and mother as a female parent. Common sense. Like who just said that? What was that? Omi Awakened? Yep. Common sense. The definition of female is a person of the sex characterized by a reproductive system with the biological function of producing eggs, ova, while a male is a person of the sex characterized by a reproductive system with the biological function of producing sperm. Hey, I don't know what took us so long to get here, but we were already here. We got derailed. We got thrown off the goddamn track, off the goddamn bridge, really. They get thrown off the bridge, and now they're back on, somebody put us back on the bridge. Then it says, a woman is an adult human female, and a man is an adult human male. The end. That's it. Period. Up, sweet D. Period. The end. Yep. That is a wrap. RFK, on your first day, baby, start setting this shit straight. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I was just talking about, man. The stuff that they're doing in the administration, he couldn't have done on his own, and he couldn't have done with just all like Republicans. This is like an amalgamation of all the different types of mind. When they talk about DEI, this is really DEI. This is all diversity of thought. He has people, all diversity of thought within his cabinet. Most of these people they don't think the same. So, but they all have one main goal, that America is number one. America's first. Stop all the bullshit. America's first. No matter how fucked up you think America is, all right, yeah, let's make it better, but America first. Like, look at nigga, America first, let's make it better, but America motherfucking number one. So that's what they doing right now. Shout out to RFK on that shit. So moving along, still in Skittle news, Trump destroys a governor as he threatens to defund their entire state for defying Transformers sports law. And if you didn't see the video, please go watch the video, because he smashed on old girl. He smashed. Yeah, there's a war between nationalists and globalists. And the globalists, Trump is dismantling the global regime right now. He's taking it apart. If y'all don't see what this nigga Trump is doing right now, Trump is dismantling the global world order. He's taking it apart. This shit has been going, they've been trying to put this shit together for over 100 years. And this motherfucker is taking this shit apart in fucking 1 month. Do y'all understand? That's what I'm saying. Do y'all really understand what this nigga doing? No matter how much you may hate this nigga, whatever, I don't know, whatever you think of this nigga. In 1 month, this nigga has destroyed the global world order. In 1 month. That's crazy. Do y'all fucking understand how crazy that is? That would have been hard to do in 10 years. 20 fucking years. He did the shit in 1 month. And that could only happen if everything was aligned. That's what I mean by the Great Conjunction. Them niggas are the Great Conjunction. The universe aligned. That shit will only happen once in a lifetime. But those two powerful motherfuckers like that can come together and do what they're doing to the government. That shit is crazy. So, the governor, Donald Trump engaged in a furious row with the governor of Maine over Transformer athletes during a fractious meeting at the White House. Now, you should go watch the video, because he clowned her ass. But we have the excerpts. So it says, Democrat Janet Mills came face-to-face with the president at a session of the National Governors Association in the state dining room on Friday. While delivering a speech, Trump mentioned his recent executive order banning Transformer athletes from participating in girls' and women's sports, and that he understood Maine was not complying. You ain't complying, bitch? Huh? You ain't... What the fuck you doing? That's kind of what he did, too. He was sitting at the table. And so he says, is the governor of Maine here? That's what he was doing. He was sitting at the table. This nigga was signing this shit. He said, where the governor of Maine at? Oh, she's like, here. I'm here. She was trying to, here. Stand up, bitch. Hey, you ain't gonna do what? You ain't gonna follow what? So this is what he said. He said, when Mills stood up from the table, Trump asked, are you not going to comply with my order? And Mills responded, I'm complying with state and federal laws. Now, what about that, Trump? And then Trump said, well, we are the federal law, bitch. And he said, you better do it. He said, you better do it. He looked at it and said, we are the federal law. You better do it. He said, because you're not going to get any federal money at all if you don't. I'm sorry, I have to read this because it's a quote. He said, you're not going to get any federal money at all if you don't. You better do it. You better do it, bitch. You understand? You ain't getting a motherfucking red nickel. You ain't getting a red nickel from me. So, and by the way, then he said, and by the way, this is where he killed her. He said, and by the way, He said your population, even though it's somewhat liberal, I did very well there. Your population, it doesn't want men playing in women's sports. So you better comply, otherwise you're not going to get any federal money. Then Mills countered, we're going to follow the law, sir. We'll see you in court. Then Trump fired back, good, bitch. He said, good. I'll see you in court. I look forward to it. Then he says, that should be a real easy one. He then indicated that it would be the end of her career by saying, and enjoy your life after governor, because I don't think you'll be elected in politics ever again. He says, enjoy your life after governor, after being a governor, bitch, because you ain't never gonna get in office again. He clowned her ass. He's like, bitch, you gonna defy me? You gonna straight defy me? Yeah, good luck in your career after governor. Washing tables at motherfucking Denny's. That's what you're gonna be doing. You're gonna be car washing. He clowned her ass. Straight up. He clowned her ass straight up. So, hey, again, 90% of what he doing. I ain't gonna even front. I love 90% of what he doing. It's that 10% ball gargling that fucks it all up, man. That 10% is a lot. It's like 50 to 60%. It drops you down. You can't be a Khazarian ball gargler. You just can't do it. You can't be picking pubic hairs out your teeth, man. You can't. Khazarian pubic hairs out your teeth. But he clowned that chick. He clowned her ass. You better do it. You ain't gonna get no federal money then, goddammit. You understand? You ain't getting a goddamn red nickel. You understand me? Well, I'll see you in court. Let's do it then. I don't gotta give you no money. No state is owed any money from the federal government. You're not obligated. You don't have the right to receive money from the federal government. They don't gotta give you no money. Not a one red nickel. No state is obligated, or the government is not obligated to give money to any state. Now, it's supposed to. Let me say this. It's supposed to. Let me say this though. Lawfully, it is supposed to. Like when they tax you, taxes are supposed to be apportioned, meaning it's supposed to be spread out amongst the states. So lawfully, they are required. Let me just back that up. So if we are going by the Constitution, the first part of the Constitution, the apportionment clause, then yeah. However, they're going by the 16th Amendment, where it says that they can tax incomes and it not have to be apportioned. However, I broke that down to you a couple of weeks ago, how the 16th Amendment is bullshit. There's a Supreme Court case that says the 16th Amendment did not give the government any new taxing power. So if they didn't have the power to tax you directly before the 16th Amendment, they don't have the power to tax you directly after the 16th Amendment. Excuse me. So, man, Trump's like, you ain't getting no money. You ain't getting a dime. Hey, I want to see what happens. I want to see how this plays out, because she was acting like she was gangster as hell while she was sitting there at dinner. Well, I'll see you in court, sir. I'll see you in court. All right. Now, Maine gets $200 million a year from the federal government. Does anybody think Maine can take that $200 million hit that they get from the federal government? 200 mil. I don't think you can take a $200 million hit, Maine. You better straighten up, bitch. You better get some act right going. You don't know what the fuck is popping. So, moving along, just saying. Still, last thing in Skittle news, the Texas AG, Attorney General, asked court to require the NCAA to begin gender testing as part of a new gender policy. About damn time. The Republican Attorney General in Texas wants the NCAA to take its transformer policy a step further and require gender testing for athletes who compete in women's sports. Man, test these motherfuckers. That's right. I'm telling you, man. They got to cut this shit off at the knees. Just cut it off. Like you wearing some capri pants. I didn't know what that was yesterday. I wasn't reading the damn I wasn't reading the comments. I couldn't. My eyes was off. So I didn't know. People said the capri pants because I didn't know what that shit was. That was them little cut off them pants. I seen them. Now when I read the thing, I know what they are. Them pants where they got like where they cuff right here around your knee and don't have the rest of the they're not covering your shin. So man, you have no idea. So hold on. So the Attorney General, Ken Paxton, filed a lawsuit in December in state district court on Thursday, added a filing. So they filed the lawsuit in December, but they added an attachment to it on Thursday that seeks a court order requiring gender screening for athletes and an injunction intended to prevent the NCAA from falsely and deceptively claiming that only biological women may participate in female-specific competitions. So again, it says it seeks to get gender screening for athletes and an injunction intended to prevent the NCAA from falsely and deceptively claiming that only biological women may participate in female-specific competitions. Now, why are you trying to prevent? Wait, hold on. Why are they trying to prevent the NCAA from saying that only biological women may participate in female-specific competition? Why are you trying to ban that? I hope they got the story. I hope they got that part of the story wrong because they're not. So this is the story. So earlier this month, the NCAA. Earlier this month, the NCAA changed its participation policy for transformer athletes, limiting competition in women's sports to athletes who are assigned female at birth. The move came a day after President Donald Trump signed an executive order intended to ban transformer athletes from women's and girls' sports. In practice, this is it. In practice, the NCAA's lack of sex screening has allowed and will continue to allow biological men to surreptitiously participate in women's sports categories, the lawsuit claims. So now that little excerpt kind of was saying that they were seeking to block the NCAA from claiming that only, falsely and deceptively claiming that only biological women may participate in female-specific sports. Now, I don't know what they mean by falsely and deceptively claiming that, but they're seeking the injunction. They want to get the chicks tested, which is a great idea because now you should be able to see right from the jump. Like most of them don't need testing. By the time you're in college, are you really being confused? If you a dude, if you in college, are you really now being confused with a girl at 18, 19, 20, 21? Are you as a guy? Are you being confused for a girl? Now, I don't know what the test screening is for. Maybe, I don't know if they're test screening for people who have taken gender or, the puberty blockers before they got to college. And so they're presenting as a girl, but they're really a dude. But they've been taking the puberty blockers for so long that you can't tell. Maybe that may be it. But I'm down for the testing. Whatever the fuck it is, I'm down for the goddamn testing. Let's do it. Let's get this shit out of here. Because Women beating up, men beating up on women is terrible. That's some bullshit. So, and it's finally time somebody stopped it. Moving along, in the science and the weird, man, that was a whole, last week, there was barely any science news. This week, it was so many stories, I had to leave out about 4 or 5. It says, there goes Caitlin Clark. Now, no, wait a minute, man. Why in the hell they trying to convince us that Caitlin Clark is a goddamn woman? Huh? That is not a man. Come on, man. That is a dude. And they be trying to say that Reese is jealous, or people who hate on Caitlin Clark is jealous because she's a pretty straight. She's beautiful and she's straight. Wait a minute. What the hell is Angel Reese then? Wait a minute. Caitlin Clark is beautiful? Okay. Beautiful. Okay. Caitlin Clark is beautiful and she's not gay. Okay. That's why people are hating on her. Okay. Then what is Angel Reese? Goddamn, Angel. Angel, man. Angel be, I don't think Angel want to be a basketball player. Angel is trying to be in the streets. She for the streets. Angel Reese is for the streets. She trying to be out here making money by flossing her body. So Angel Reese looked 1,000 times better than Caitlin Clark. It's not even close. So yeah, we need to test Caitlin Clark. Let's do that. I'm all for it. Thank you. So again, in the science and the weird, so many damn stories, I had to leave some out. We'll see if we have time to get through most of these. So, scientists discover mysterious form of energy, a mysterious form of energy in Egypt's pyramids. I done told you about pyramid energy. I done told y'all about the pyramid energy. So now, scientists, all of a sudden, they discover a mysterious form of energy in Egypt's pyramids that should only exist in modern times. Oh, only today, huh? 10,000-year-old pyramid, at least 10,000-year-old pyramids. Energy that should only exist in modern times. You better get you. Boom, look at my flower life. On that, that's beautiful right there. Bam! I'm a joint right there. Get you. I'm telling you, these things, they are energy generators. If you don't know that, get you. You better get you a pyramid. They generate energy. That's why I got about 10 or 11 of them all around here. I got Shungite pyramids. These are Organ pyramids. I got another one over here. That the homie Shinzira Anubis. He's usually in the live chat. But if you're in there, Corey, put your stuff in there. He made me this beautiful off the chain. This is right. This is a pentagonal pyramid, 5-sided pyramid. This is off the chain, boy. This is off the chain right here. Look at that. Bam. So pyramids all day up in here with the pyramid energy. Appreciate you for that, Corey. That's the dopest one I got. So a new discovery in Egypt's Great Pyramid of Giza suggests the structure was not just a pharaoh's final resting place, but also a giant power plant. No shit. Really? We've been talking about this again, Fred. I got pyramids in my bedroom. Pyramids all around this bitch. So again, was not just a pharaoh's final resting place, but also a giant power plant. Now, if you in the conscious world, you already knew that. Us in the conscious world, we already knew that. So it says, scientists blasted the 4,600-year-old pyramid, way older than that, structure with electromagnetic waves, a form of radiation that travels through the universe. finding it focused and amplified the energy into specific chambers and around the base. Now, electromagnetic waves are used in such research because the radiation interacts with matter in unique ways, allowing experts to probe specific details about the structure's composition, arrangement, and dynamics. The waves built up as energy in the King's chamber, the Queen's chamber, and an unfinished chamber beneath the structure. Scientists concluded the pyramid may have been a gigantic resonator that was designed to trap electromagnetic waves. Now, again, they just now finding this out? Hell no. They've been known this. They've known this, especially the secret society, esoteric, them cats, the esoteric secret society cats. They know this. That's why they do these rituals, you know, these committing rituals and stuff all the time. That's why at the top in the Scottish Rite, they worship Kemet. Scottish Rite Freemasonry, they worship Kemet. So they've known this. You've lost the knowledge. Please go back and watch the Land of the Lost episode. I think it's season 1, episode 6. Either season 1, episode 6 or episode 9. It's when the Sleestack, the super intelligent Sleestack named Enoch, he travels back into the ancient times, into the Land of the Lost, and he can speak, and he goes into the pyramid called a pylon, and he's able to move around crystals and open up portals and shit. All that type of shit. He's a super intelligent motherfucker, right? And then he finds the Sleestacks. If you watch Land of the Lost, the Sleestacks are the green monster motherfucker zombie. They zombies, right? And so he thinks that he traveled to the past. He's like, I've traveled to the past. These are my ancestors. These are my unintelligent, unevolved, uncivilized ancestors. They're very barbaric and this and that. And then he finds out, oh shit, I didn't travel to the past. I traveled to the future. These are my descendants. I'm not their descendants. They're not my ancestors. These are my descendants. And they've dumbed themselves down. They've gotten dumber throughout history. Holy shit. So please go watch that. Yeah, Enoch. Yep. And yep, Enki. Yep. If you haven't seen Face of the Dragon, the documentary Face of the Dragon, I break all of this down in the documentary Face of the Dragon. I even show that video. That's why YouTube wouldn't let me upload it, because I got hit with a the strike, because I uploaded it with that. But I broke it down into 3 parts. So go watch it in 3 parts. But in part 2, I believe it's part 2, where I'm showing that Land of the Lost episode, and I'm breaking it down, the symbolism of that episode. So go check that out. But so getting back to the story, retired aerospace engineer Christopher Dunn, who has spent years, man, they say analyze, but he meant analyzing. Oh, man, y'all don't know how to write. So Dunn has spent years analyzing the pyramid. Recently shared that research like this suggests there was a greater purpose behind the building of the structure. No shit, Sherlock. Speaking on the Joe Rogan Experience in April 2024, Dunn said the northern shaft of the pyramid has an appearance similar to a Uber-like structure used to transmit microwaves and electromagnetic energy. Yes, it transmits energy, people, electromagnetic waves and energy. And then look at all that. You can see all this inside here. So you see the crystal, the copper that's in there. All of that is generating That shit is conducting energy. It's not generating it, but it's conducting the energy that's around. Y'all better get on this pyramid shit and I'll tell you. Up your game. Get on the pyramid stuff. So then it says, that's a part of the theory in the Giza power plant. He said, there are two chemicals that are introduced into the chamber, and the chemicals mix and they boil off hydrogen to create energy. So he said this was a science that they were doing in the pyramids back then. They were combining chemicals to create energy within the pyramid. In the pyramid, the was an electromagnetic conductor. It was taking that energy and putting it out as a giant energy plant, a power plant. Now, I don't think they had to have the chemical processes going on inside the pyramids, because I think it was generating it from the Earth's magnetic field. It was drawing the energy from the Earth's magnetic field and conducting it. So, thank you, scientists, for telling us stuff that we already knew. But again, people, get on your pyramid game. Don't tell you. I got 3 of these sitting on my sitting on top of my computer. I got 3 of those sitting on top of my computer. Then this is one of the Shungite pyramids. Then you see that has the Merkaba on there. Like, what's on? Look, it has that. That is right here on the Shungite pyramid. Can y'all see that? Back. Pull that back, man. So get on your pyramid game. Moving along. This is crazy. They're gonna flip this whole damn video, so you're gonna see this book backwards, but you need to go, go buy this damn book. Y'all need to go buy this damn book. And so make sure you hit the Cash App. Appreciate you guys. That's Cash App, Real Nagas, the number 9. I appreciate you guys for hitting the Cash App. You know we don't have a super chat in here. So if we don't have a super chat, come on, y'all. We gotta work around YouTube, everybody. You know they trying to take me out the game. So again, this is how you support. This is a relationship, y'all. I bring y'all good information and good feelings on Saturday, and then hey, y'all help me get some chicken shawarma. That's how it works. But appreciate y'all guys. So moving along, how white skin evolved in Europeans. How white skin evolved in Europeans. So let's see what it says. Incredible map reveals how pale complexions only became the norm 1,700 years ago. Okay. The first Europeans looked dramatically different to many of their fair-skinned populations that live there today. Uh-oh, the first Europeans, really? Where's ancient and modern Britons? Oh, let me... So, this is another book. This talks about the ancient Europe that was inhabited by the melanated nobility. That's this book right here, Ancient and Modern Britain. This is part 1. There's 2 books. So this is where they'll talk. This is where you also talk about, or they talk about, the Europeans thought that the Moors were dragons because of the technology that they used. That's in here. You can find that in here. This is where you get the dragon Moors and all that type of stuff. So first Europeans, Moors. They even say Moor. They call them Moors in that book. So the first Europeans looked dramatically different to many of their fair-skinned populations that live there today. They about to tell the truth, y'all. So, in fact, new research suggests that pale complexions are a relatively recent addition to the continent. What? So, experts at the University of Ferrara in Italy claim that darker complexions, now this is Italy, so this is Europe themselves, claim that darker complexions were the norm throughout Europe for the vast majority, 96%. And this is in parentheses. For the vast majority, 96% of its inhabited history. What? Y'all better get out there and get this shit, boy. I done told you all your shit is right here. Bam. Y'all better understand. This is 120 years of melanin research they done on you. Now, all of a sudden, Italy is coming out. So again, let me read that part again. Let me read that part one more time. In fact, new research suggests that pale complexions are a relatively recent addition to the continent. Experts at the University of Ferrara in Italy claim that darker complexions were the norm throughout Europe for the vast majority, meaning 96% of its inhabited history. Get the fuck out of here. Now, Europeans, what you got to say? Y'all always blackwashing stuff. You're putting black people and stuff with white people. No, motherfucker. Y'all are whitewashing shit. The melanated, all those nobles in the ancient day, those were melanated people. Them kings and lords. I am a lord. Noble. I am a lord and noble. Don't come to me with no noble. I am a noble here. I'm a noble lord. That was you. Go get, what's my man? Nature Knows No Color Lines. The book Nature Knows No Color Lines by J.A. Rogers. You'll see the pictures of the black nobility, melanated nobility in those books. Now, the scientists, now we've already had these books. Look, this book, I've showed this book right here. You got that? That says the origin of the Anglo-Saxon race. You haven't seen that? You can get that book right there, Origin of the Anglo-Saxon Race. Then you need to get this right here, because this tells melanin will tell you the whole story. You don't need history if you understand melanin. Melanin can only be passed down through melanated people. If you're not melanated, you can't pass down melanin. So the history is easy to fucking find. It's external melanin. Everybody has internal melanin, but you can't pass external melanin to somebody, or somebody who doesn't have external melanin can't pass melanin down to somebody who, you can't give melanin to somebody, an offspring, if you don't have it externally. So boom, right here. Now, Italy is saying the same thing. 96% of Europe's history, melanated people live there. Okay. You ain't hearing that shit. Where they blasting that? As recently as 1700 years ago, now that's your lord and valiant lords, your kings and lords. So recently as 1700 years ago, that's not that time. That's the Middle Ages. That's not 1700 years ago. I'm just, but they're saying 1700 years ago. It was actually more recent than that. But as recently as 1700 years ago, during the time of the mighty Roman Empire, light skin wasn't as commonplace as dark skin. Their DNA evidence suggests DNA, melanin. I'm trying to tell you, the science is in your melanin. They can't hide that shit. Excuse me. Daily Mail Online's new map, based on the results, shows how the proportion of people with various skin colors changed across Europe 4,500 to 1,700 years ago. 45,000 to 1,700 years ago. Light skin tones originally appeared in Sweden in the Mesolithic period, starting about 14,000 years ago. but remained rare according to researchers. Pale niggas, y'all was rare. Wasn't a bunch of y'all niggas running around there. Wasn't a bunch of y'all around here. Then it says in the Copper and Bronze ages, around about 7,000 to 3,000 years ago, saw continued increases in light pigmentation, but darker skin types remained widespread. Really? Europe was inhabited by... Oh. Okay. Then by the Iron Age, about 3,000 to 1,700 years ago, light skin was nearly as frequent as dark skin, particularly in Northern and Central Europe. However, dark pigmentation remained common in regions such as Italy, the Moors, Spain, the Moors, and Russia. That's also the Moors. That's why you have Moscow, the mosque. That's also the Moors. Just so y'all don't think Russia was inhabited by Caucasians, y'all. You were everywhere. You were everywhereans. As me and Zoe used to like to say on the show, you everywhereans. So it says, for the study, the researchers analyzed ancient genomes, the entire set of DNA instructions, that's what ancient genomes are, of 348 individuals who lived between 45,000 and 1,700 years ago. Overall, nearly all European, and all capitals, nearly all European individuals had dark pigmentation during the earliest period, Paleolithic, around 45,000 to 1,300 years ago, with only one exception showing intermediate skin color. Well. What do you know, science? Melanated people done populated the whole goddamn earth, even Europe. Melanated people, you are the original Europeans. Yes, goddammit. Something we knew, especially if you've been in this channel, you knew that, because that's what I've been telling you the whole goddamn time. That's why we dragging Moors and all the rest of that. But now science, mainstream science, is coming out and saying it. Before it was only in books. It's only in books. Now, though, Italy has come out and they put their foot forward and has said, Europe, indigenous people of Europe, that's what this is saying. I want y'all to understand what this is saying. The indigenous people of Europe were melanated people. You. Niggas. If you want a better term for it, you. The indigenous people of Europe was melanated people. And now the science, the DNA, which utilizes this, is going to have this. This is how they understand the dark when they're dealing with darker tones. Yep, the Etruscans. Yep, the Minoans. Yep. Absolutely. All of that. So now science has finally corroborated what melanated, what we've known in our cultures for a long time. If you've been on your black consciousness, your ancient melanated consciousness, you already knew this. So shout out to the scientists in Italy. And of course they knew, because they knew, of course Italy knows this, because they know the Moors ran Italy for 300 years. 300 years. The Moors ruled Italy. Goddamn. That's a long goddamn time. 300 years. Just Italy. Then 700 years, almost 800 years with Spain. Like, you was smashing around Europe. So, shout out to that. Moving along, I talked about this about a year ago. Now, it's come to fruition. The car that lets you fly over traffic jams. Futuristic 235,000-pound vehicle takes flight for the first time. So that's about $296,000 American. $300,000, what I said back in the day. So, fed up of being stuck in traffic jams? Soon you can fly right over them in the 235,000-pound electric car. Aleph's Aeronautics, and that's Aleph, A-L-E-F, like the Hebrew Aleph. Aeronautics futuristic vehicle can be driven around like a normal car on the streets. Now, go look at it. There's a video. There's a video of it. So on Daily Mail, they have an excerpt. There's no sound, but they show the video. There's I think like a white SUV sitting in the middle of the road, and then the black car comes behind it. This shit is crazy. The black car drives behind it and stops because the car just parked there in the middle of the road. That motherfucker just takes off in the air, just pole vaults over the car, and then lands. It looked like a Batman car. That car looked dope as shit. Go look at it. It looked like one of the first Batman cars. That shit, hey, I want one. God damn it. I want one now. God damn it, immediately. I want it. It's mine and I want it now. Where's JG Wentworth? Where's JG at? It's my car and I want it now. That shit is off the chain. No, if you from LA, let me tell you something. The reason I'm so damn ecstatic, because if you from LA, 405 traffic, oh, what the fuck? If you don't know about LA traffic, then you just don't know. But we got the worst traffic in the world, Los Angeles. So I'm all for it. It says, however, it is also packed with propellers in the, so this is how, LF Aeronautics futuristic car can be driven around like a normal car on the streets. However, it is also packed with propellers in the bonnet and boot to allow it to take off at any time to skip the whatever the queue is. I guess that's being backed up, right? So your queue in your view of queue. So this is some British shit. So this week, the company successfully tested the flying car in a city environment for the first time. Incredible footage shows the car driving forwards a few meters before taking off vertically. I'm telling you, y'all go check the video out. Shit's off the chain. That shit is off the chain. I'm getting one, god damn it. I don't care. I'm saving up for my shit right now. Anybody want to go have? You want to go in on one? It then glides through the air over the car in front of it before landing on the ground and driving off. This drive-in flight test represents an important proof of technology in a real-world city environment, said Jim Duchovny, CEO of Aleph. We hope it will be a moment similar to the Wright brothers' Kitty Hawk video, proving to humanity that new transportation is possible. Hey, y'all, is popping. We ain't about to be the same in the next 5 years. Cars about to be flying around this bitch in 5 years, y'all. You say you got 5 on it, Tyra? You got 5 what? It better be 500,000. What is it? 50? Put 50 on it. 50 grand. You got 50 grand? You got 50 grand, Tyra? Come on, girl. Come on. Me and you, Tyra. 50 grand, baby. That car looked dope. I hope y'all go see it. I was talking about this car before. They hadn't had it yet. They were building the prototype. Now they have it. That shit looks dope. It looks like a Batman car, all blacked out, matte black. That shit is dope. She said, okay, 50 G's, that's what's up. That's what I'm talking about, Tyra. We can Uber it out. We can take turns. You can Uber it 1 week, I'll Uber it the next week. If you Uber that car ain't never coming back. You would have to be the driver in the car Ubering it. You can't loan it out to Uber, because goddamn, if you Uber that car out, you ain't never seeing that car again. And you're damn right, Roger Gross, the 405 is ridiculous. The worst traffic in all of the world is the 405. Not New York. Not New York. It's the 405. If you don't know, you don't, man, don't you get on the 405. That shit be busy at like 2 in the morning. 2 in the morning. You're like, how the fuck is the goddamn 405 packed at 2 in the morning? 405 packed at 2 in the morning. So it says, while we may, oh, excuse me. Oh, that's another video. So, hey, y'all, you want to go in on it? Please let me know. Tyra and me, 50 grand. Tyra and me. Y'all want to hook it up? I suggest you go look at the video. It's amazing. So moving along, synthetic human robot. A synthetic human robot twitches and spams into life in terrifying new video. So you've seen the videos before of the robot, like the Tesla robot, and how it moves and boom, 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 bop, 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 like that, right? This video is crazy. I suggest you go watch this video too. Excuse me. It's like Pinocchio, and Geppetto is like puppeteering it. It's hanging from some wires and shit. But the way it moves like it. So when it's moving around, you think it's a human moving around, doing this and arm waves and kicking and turning its ankles and shit. It looks real. The muscles and shit, muscle fiber, everything. That shit look real. It just don't have a face. There's no face on it. So the shit look really creepy as hell. But that motherfucker's moving around and shit, motherfucker breakdancing and shit. It's doing windmills on motherfuckers. You're like, God damn, boy. That motherfucker like getting this Egyptian lover on it. I used to be a hell of a breakdancer back in the day, y'all. This thing was breakdancing on some strings. That shit look creepy as hell. They need to put that in a movie, in a scary movie. That need to be the next scary movie. That shit look creepy as hell. It says, while we may be impressed by their artificial intelligence, humanoids often have an awkward, clunky gait. That's what, like, that type of bullshit. Now, experts have developed a robot with astonishingly lifelike movements, thanks to synthetic muscles beneath the translucent skin. I mean, this shit look creepy, y'all. God damn. Yo, go see it. Polish startup Clone Robotics has shared a terrifying clip of a protoclone. That's what they call it, a protoclone. It's faceless, automatically accurate synthetic human. That shit's crazy. Like something from the Terminator movie. Yup, this is the T-1000 coming, y'all. This is the beginning of the T-1000. That's you. Whoa. It's the beginning of Arnold Schwarzenegger, Terminator. Yo, this is crazy. So it says, like something out of the Terminator movies, the 6-foot prototype machine hangs from the ceiling in the company's secretive development workshop. As ominous music plays, Protoclone twitches its limbs back and forth with its head bowed, like a puppet brought to life in a mad scientist's lab. Yep. Protoclone is described as the world's first bipedal musculoskeletal android, one with fake bones, joints, tendons, and muscles that can walk on 2 legs. This shit is creepy, y'all. The firm posted the viral clip on Twitter, but got mixed reactions, with one describing it as awesome and another calling it spooky. That shit's creepy as hell. This is the beginning of Skynet. First of all, you got ChatGPT and DeepSeek. That's the beginning of Skynet. Then you have the bodies being made on the other end. Remember, that was they had the skeletal, the metal shell, shell or whatever, not skeleton, the metal skeleton, but then had it was like grown tissue and plasma. They had grown tissue and plasma around the motherfucker, so it was real life-like and shit. You could. Now this thing, it don't have plasma. It doesn't have anything that mimics plasma or anything like that. But it looked real. The muscles look real. It looks goddamn real. If you put some clothes on this bitch and you put a hat on it and a fucking mask, that motherfucker be walking. It would look absolutely real. That's crazy. So, holy shit. That's all I got to say is holy shit to that, because goddamn, it's coming. Skynet, Terminator, T1, T2, those are the best T3, T4 with Christian Bale, that wasn't that bad. It wasn't on the par with T1 and T2, but it wasn't that bad. But it's coming, y'all. That shit is creepy as hell. I hope y'all ready. Moving along. Last couple things I got. Health news. In health news, I had to add some. It was so much shit going on. I had to add some health news. RFK Jr. issues 2 bombshell orders on crack scenes in move that has mainstream doctors terrified. I'm trying to tell you, that's what I'm saying. All this stuff that's happening right now, crack scene companies being taken down. I mean, y'all don't understand. We are in a time that's never happened. You have crack scene companies being taken down. They're about to take down the industrial military complex by defunding the Pentagon. They're about to take down the IRS, eventually abolish the IRS. He wants to replace the IRS with the ERS, the External Revenue Service, that only does tariffs. What is that gonna mean if you don't got no taxes no more, y'all? If you ain't gotta pay taxes. This nigga's going to audit the Fed. He's going to audit the fucking Federal Reserve, auditing the IRS. This nigga is going crazy. If you don't have to pay taxes no more, come on, y'all. You paying taxes is their way of keeping you at this level. That's why you pay taxes. If you had extra money, you'd be able to get out of your position. You'd be able to save money, put money on business ventures, invest in stock, that type of shit. Pool your money with other people. You be able to do all that shit to get out of the situation. But no, they taxing the shit out of your ass. Keeps you at a certain level. But they about to rip that shit up. Hey, go ahead, Trump. But on this end, this is the crack scene company. So the crack scene doctors look terrified. RFK Jr. has pulled promotional ads for crack scenes and postponed a meeting of key crack scene advisors in one of his first moves as health secretary. No more crack scene ads. Hey, this is gay, y'all. No more crack scene ads. Get that shit out of here. Kennedy ordered the CDC to scrub its digital wild to mild flu vaccine campaign that juxtaposed a lion next to a kitten as an analogy for how the shot tames the virus. They had a kitten next to a lion and said, if you get the cupcake, the lion becomes the kitten. The lion is the CV19. If you get the cupcake, you little meow. It goes from roar to meow. With just crack. One cupcake, huh? Well, you got to take about 10 or 11, but yeah, after the 11th, maybe the 12th or 13th, but 15, after 15 shots, you're gonna be meowing all over the place, man. You're gonna be meowing so much we're not gonna be able to stand it. Yeah. Only 15 shots. Only 15? Only 15 shots? Wow, thank you, sir. These motherfuckers are insane. The campaign, was a response to falling flu vaccine rates. So nobody's taking the vaccine anymore. So the campaign was a response to falling flu vaccine rates and on especially vicious flu season, or they don't know how to write, on in an especially vicious flu season. But Kennedy wants the CDC to move away from nudge tactics and focus on its vaccine communications on informed consent. Like, they're going to tell you what's in it before you take it. So they're like, I'm not going to take it away from you, but we're going to tell you what's in it and what it do to you and what it could possibly do to you after. And then if you want to take it after that, it's on you. It's on you, my nigga. So it says, which involves telling the patient medical risk and benefits and letting them come to their own decision. Meanwhile, the first year's meeting of the CDC's influential panel of vaccine experts has been delayed indefinitely. No more vaccine meetings. We ain't doing that. Marking the first time the meeting has been postponed in 40 years. Trying to tell y'all, man, this is the Great Conjunction. This is a representation of the Great Conjunction. This is what if you did your ritual during the Great Conjunction and you put that out there, that the whole system, the establishment bullshit would be destroyed, this is it. This is happening. 40 years except for during the emergency CV pandemic. So that's the only time it was not convened was when everybody was locked in the house. But other than that, every year for the last 40 years. The Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices, ACIP, was due to meet next week to discuss its recommendations on shots for the CV19. Meningococcal. Wait, what the hell is that word? Meningococcal. I don't even know what the hell is that damn disease. Meningococcal virus, whatever the hell that is. Influenza, RSV, HPV, and the monkey P. The orders, which came at the tail end of Kennedy's first week of as Secretary of State or Secretary of Department of Health and Human Services, have sparked worry among some health professionals. No more, we ain't doing business the same, bitches. We ain't pushing no more your vaccine bullshit. Hey, man, this is what people wanted right here. You said it's meningitis? Is that what it is? Meningococcal? It's meningitis? Did you look it up? So meningococcal. All right, meningitis. All right, we're going to go with that, dark matter. He said meningitis. Y'all blame dark matter if it ain't the right thing. But, so shout out to RFK on that one. Again, doing things that I never thought I would see. Shit. Man, are you kidding me? I never thought I would see crack scene companies having to pull their ads and shit. I never what? So shout out to RFK again. Moving along, still in the same CV19 news. A new CV19 with potential to cause with potential to cause another pandemic was discovered in China. China again? Come on, China. Another one, China. Another one. All right. Another Roro V, feared to be powerful enough to spread through humans, has been discovered in China. In scenes eerily reminiscent of the beginnings of CV19, researchers at the infamous WU-TANG Institute of, Virology detected the new strain living within bats. Did somebody send us back through the goddamn, did we just go through a time warp and go back to 2020? The WU-TANG, a new Roro coming from bats. Again? And we supposed to believe this shit came from bats. Fuck out of here. Hey, straight with the bullshit. So, this is what it's called, the HKU5. Nigga, this sounds like a goddamn new model of a goddamn Lexus. You get that new model, you get that Lexus HKU5, nigga. Oh, nigga, that shit is on the chain, boy. That shit got the goddamn rims. I got the whole package, nigga. The HKU5, nigga. You better go hook that shit up. The HKU5 COV2 is what they call it. Is strikingly similar to the Pandemic V, the Pandemic virus, sparking fears that history could repeat itself just 2 years after the worst was declared over. The worst was declared over. Now, do you see them? This is their only play they got. The only play they got to get Trump out of office is to try to do another Pandeezy. That's it. Trump is destroying shit so goddamn much that they need to send niggas back in the house. That's how they have to destroy what Trump is doing, is to pull another, try to do the same exact shit though. You gonna do the same thing? The same exact motherfucking thing. Come on, man. Y'all are so full of shit. The new V is even closer related to MERS. Is even closer related to MERS. MERS, MERS. A deadlier type of Roro that kills up to a third of its infects or infected people. See now, oh, it's even more dangerous. See, they see how they ripen you. Oh, it's even more. This new one is even more deadlier than the. Okay, here it comes, y'all. Here it comes. Virologist Shi Zhengli, known as Batwoman, for her work on RoRoVs, led to the discovery published in a top scientific journal. So this the same chick who found the shit before. Come on, y'all. They pulling the same goddamn playbook. They pulling the same shit, y'all. The same exact shit with the same lady who found the last one. Come on, man. This is some bullshit. Tests showed the HKU5 CVO2 infiltrated human cells in the same way as SARS CoV-2. CoV-2. The virus behind the Pandeezy. Sharing their discovery in the journal Cell, the Beijing funded researchers admitted it posed a high risk of spilling over to humans, either through direct transmission or facilitated by intermediate host. Here it goes. Another outbreak movie. Another, what was the movie with that where the 6 feet of separation came from? The social distancing. What movie was that? Contagion. That's with Matt Damon and Lawrence Fishburne. So here it comes, y'all. Another one. They got their Khaled out. They put the Khaled jersey out. Another one. Let's see. They trying to scare the shit out of you. Again, you better get over to knowyourrightsfoundation.org. Here's the crack scene exemption notices. They trying to pull it on you again. Boom. This is the religious exemption right here. If they try to force you to get it, you have a religious exemption. You can say boom. They use, because usually how they create these, they use fetal tissue in the cupcakes to get them made. So if that happens, you can say, boom, I have a religious exemption against fetal, being used in the cupcakes. And boom, this is your exemption right here. And this is the liability exemption, meaning they're liable for every second. If they force you, they continue to force you, and say you're going to lose your job. If they force you, then boom, they're liable for every second it's in your system. Because you only have to be on the clock from 4 to 12 hours a day. Usually if you're working for somebody else, then for what happens all those other hours when it's in your system. Right here, they're liable for that time. So this is the liability card, and this is the religious exemption card. And you can get both of these at knowyourrightsfoundation.org. You can't get them from Real Nagas. So they're trying to ramp it up again, as you see. But we not gonna let them do it. Don't let them do it, y'all. Don't let them do it. WD say he got his. That's what's up. So, the WU-TANG. They trying to scare us with the WU-TANG. We not gonna be scared by the WU-TANG. Moving along. So, the market plunges. Here we go. The market plunges after new RoRo, see, we're all about the RoRoV. This is in the health news. See, it's all about, they trying to scare us again. That's why I had to put a whole section of this in here, because they trying to pull the same bullshit. So the market plunges after a new RoRoV reported in Wuhan, but Pfizer and Moderna stocks soar. They doing it again, y'all. Here it is. They think another one is about to come, and they're gonna need Pfizer and Moderna again. Dude, it's oh, hey y'all, do not let them pull the same bullshit. Don't let them pull the same bullshit. Pfizer and Moderna stocks soar. Is that right? Right after the news of this shit comes out. So again, boom. You see what happens? That means, and remember, Moderna is partially owned, whatever they do is partially owned by the United States. So thanks to Fauci. So boom. They're gonna try to force y'all to get it. Boom. Know Your Rights Foundation. Better get over there. So it says, Friday marked the worst day of the year for the stock market as the Dow lost 0.6 points. However, pharmaceutical companies stood out as a glaring exception, with both Pfizer and Moderna stocks on the rise. The new market figures come after researchers at the Wuhan Institute of Virology published a report pointing to a deadlier type of RoRo called HKU5. That Lexus HKU5. Wuhan was at the center of the popular theory, Wuhan was at the center of the popular theory that claimed CV19 was manufactured in their lab and accidentally leaked to the public. Although some contest that the virus has occurred naturally. Naturally? Okay. The research was posted in the scientific journal Cell on Tuesday and began to spark panic as the information eerily resembled the beginning months of the CV19 pandemic. Yeah, eerily resembled, because you're pulling the same bullshit. They have nothing left. Trump has destroyed the one world order, the new world order, or the one world order. He destroyed it. He done defunded it. That's how you get him. He defunded it. That's how you destroyed them. Now they can't do anything. They got to think, oh shit, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? China, come on, man. You play. You got to play, man. Fuck you, go. It's your turn. Go. China's like, shit, we did this motherfucker already. We already played this card. So what, motherfucker? Just play it. Go. Go. Trump is destroying all of this shit. They don't know what to do. They pulling out old playbooks and shit. Nobody gonna go for that. So it says, research was posted in the scientific journal. Oh, sorry, I read that. So after news of the scientific study circulated, Pfizer shares rose 1.54%, while Moderna soared 5.34%. God damn, Moderna easy. The stocks sharply contrasted with the rest of the market, which saw drastic drops. The S&P 500, which tracks the stock performance of the 500 largest American companies, dropped 1.71%, marking its worst day in the last 2 months. The Dow Jones Industrial saw its worst decline of the year, dropping 1.69%. The Nasdaq Composite fell a whopping 2.2%. But oh no, baby, Moderna easy and Pfizer, the P.F. Heiser Bakery that bakes the cupcakes, those two saw the rise because they're trying to do the same playbook or pull the same playbook. The startling stock declines coincide with fears of a new RoRo. See, here we go with the fear of a new RoRo, HKU5, that researchers say resembles SARS-CoV-2, the deadlier version of it. They trying to scare the shit out of you. Don't fall for it, people. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Don't fall for it. I'm not going to fall for the banana in the tailpipe. You're not going to fall for the banana in the tailpipe? You're supposed to be saying it. You've been hanging with this dude too long. You're supposed to say it like this. Look, my man, I ain't falling for a banana in my tailpipe. Have you seen one of my favorite movies of all time, Beverly Hills Cop? Yeah, we're not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe. That was the black dude. That was the black guy speaking. He walked up to Eddie Murphy. He says, you the new team? He said, yeah, and we're not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe. He was like, "You're not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe." And then he had the white cop. He said, "You've been hanging with that guy too long." He's supposed to say it like this: "Look, man, I ain't falling for a banana in my tailpipe." Shout out to Eddie. Love you, Eddie. Man, I grew up. This is all this shit you see is Eddie. I grew up on Eddie, Eddie and Richard Pryor, and George Carlin, and a whole bunch of comedians, and Red Fox. That's what you see. And then Martin came a little bit later. But this is who I grew up on, man. So, hey, man, they're trying to scare you with the new Roro. Don't buy it. Don't fall for the bullcrap. So, last thing I got, moving along, in nigga news. Ain't that what, what's his name? Damn, what's my man's name? Damn. What's old boy name? The dude who had the old comedian who had the deep voice and he died, but he was gay. What was his name? But he wasn't that funny to me. But he was Paul Mooney, and this is where I got. He talked about the nigga. He said he wanted to wake up. He wanted the nigga news. Did you ever see that set where he talked about the nigga news? He said he wanted to wake up one day and he wanted just some tapping shoes. The nigga news. The nigga news. So that's one of his famous. So in nigga news, shout out to Paul Mooney. In nigga news, no Diddy. Trevor Noah says we should think about reintroducing segregation in America. Trevor Noah, who's from Africa, he ain't from America. But he says we should think about reintroducing segregation in America. He says communities that tend to be of the same demographic flourish better than integrated communities. Now, and said we had a bunch of Black Wall Streets. When we had a bunch of Black Wall Streets, we were in the best position in America. Is he right? Should we integrate? Should we integrate today? Yes or no? Segregation. Excuse me. Should we segregate? That's not integrate, but segregate. He wants to segregate. Now, to the point, when we had Black Wall Street, we had a bunch of Black Wall Streets. It wasn't just one. Those people just focused on that one because that's where all the bullshit happened. That's where the atrocities happened. However, there were a bunch of different Black Wall Streets around America at the time. And we were mashing. And we had to mash because they wouldn't let us into their society, into their system. So we had to create our own system. Necessity is the mother of ingenuity. Do y'all know that? Y'all have ever heard that saying? Necessity is the mother of ingenuity. Meaning, if I need to get some shit done, I'm going to figure it out. If I need to do it, if I have no choice but to figure it out, I'm going to figure it out. Because I have no choice. Got no goddamn choice. What up, Candy Cane? I see you. So, now there's a thing for that. And right now, melanated people are kind of fat and lazy in a system that provides everything that they think they need to survive, right? So you're not motivated to go out and do more. You're not motivated to go out and innovate and make new shit and make your community better. Why? Because you are part of the whole community that has all those innovations. So you don't need to go create no new shit. You don't need to go create new systems. You're in a system that's working for you. It feeds you. It houses you. Put some clothes on your back. Give you some nice ass when you need it. You know what I'm saying? Go to the movies. Play some video games. You can invest in some stocks. You can do all that shit in your little nice little bubble you in that they created for you to feel nice and comfy in your little matrix bubble. You good. And why would you have to go try to get better? Again, being comfortable is the beginning of death for people, most people, a lot of people. Some people, they can be comfortable and still be motivated. But most people, when they get comfortable, they ain't motivated no more. They not motivated no more when they get comfortable. You ain't trying to do shit. Nigga, if you, how motivated are you to go hunt down a goddamn tiger if you got 3 hamburgers sitting on the goddamn table? You ain't about to go hunt down no tiger. You got, nigga, you see these 3 goddamn hamburgers right here, nigga? Huh? You see these 3 turkey burgers? Turkey burger breakfast, turkey burger for lunch, turkey burger for dinner. I ain't got to go out there and fuck with no goddamn tiger, nigga. You see these turkey burgers? You ain't going out there doing nothing. So, Trevor Noah was kind of right on that aspect, but he was kind of right on that aspect, but the things that you would lose out on by not being a part of the world community. Would you gain more or lose more by not being part of the world community? You'd have to think about that. There's going to be some gains, there's going to be some losses. Which would be greater? So, I thought that was a pretty interesting thing. Now, again, you got to toss it up. You got to weigh it out. When you're forced to work together and be together, you're going to create some stupendous things. Some magnificent things like what came out of Black Wall Street. A lot of these patents that Caucasian people have today was invented by melanated people in Black Wall Street and all these different communities. They just didn't have the knowledge or the power to go and patent them. So they were stolen by all the people in the community, in those societies who were able to go patent those things. So, again, good? No good. You know, you gotta... Trevor Noah had an interesting question there. I must say, he had an interesting question. Now, in all seriousness, you don't ever want to be separated from anybody because it's going to leave you at a loss for some things. You should just be able to be with other people and be motivated to flourish without having to just be amongst people who look like you. That shouldn't be the motivating factor for you, is to be around a bunch of people that look like you. The motivating factor should be you, your family, the world, elevation, evolution, all of that. So, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in the segregation. The universe didn't mean for you to be segregated. It didn't come here. It didn't want you to be. If it was like that, it wouldn't create a bunch of different types of people for you to be the part of. It wouldn't have made your offspring not the same complexion as you. And if that's what you're only going on is your complexion, that this person is like me because we look the same, you're going to be fucked. You're going to be fucked if you think that, hey, me and this nigga the same because we look the same. We same? Yes, yeah, we're the same. Yeah, we're exactly the same. Yeah, me, yeah, together, apart, together. You don't do this. Yeah, you don't put them together. You take them apart. You together. No. Like, we ain't the same. Get your ass. We ain't the same, motherfucker. No, I don't do this, motherfucker. You can stay your ass away from me. No, segregate. I'm sorry. Let's segregate. God damn it, fuck it. Let's segregate. I take it back. We need some segregation going on. We may need some segregation, y'all. I don't know. I'm just saying. That shit was funny. So moving along, last thing I got. I was talking about this earlier. The new head of the Democratic Party, Jasmine Dumbass Crockett, dumbass bitch Crockett. She's a dumbass motherfucker, seriously. She went on the, all she does now is get on TV and spout bullshit and perpetuates racism, straight up. She is one of the dumbest people ever. Now, no Caucasian person could ever get on TV and talk like she talked. Ever. They let her talk so racist. No one else could ever do that shit. But she was on the Breakfast Club the other day, and she said she was rooting for Canada and Mexico over the United States. She's rooting for Canada and Mexico over the United States because of the deportations. And she's only rooting for Canada and Mexico because Trump is battling with them. That's the only reason she's doing that. You're rooting for another country, 2 other countries over your own country, trying to deport rapists and killers and murderers and shit. What is that? What's wrong with you? You are advocate. What? See, this is where this shit is going. This shit is crazy, y'all. That's what I'm saying. We're at a very volatile time, and we're at a teetering where America could be remade into something completely brand new and awesome, or it could fall because all the dumbass motherfuckers on the Democratic side. The Democratic side is being run by a bunch of women and feminism and fucking fruitopian dudes and transformers. Got no dudes over there, no masculine energy, no masculine leadership, guidance whatsoever, nothing. That's going to collapse on itself. Sorry, ladies. Men are guidance. Men are order. Men are law and order, structure, stability. That's where all this shit came from. So when you have a party that's been taken over strictly by feminism, women, yeah, sassy niggas, fruitopians, that's what you're going to get. They were judging their new DNC candidate by gender. One, with the vice president, one needs to be either a they or a them, and there need to be a non-binary here, and blah, blah, blah. And they what are you talking about? The head of the DNC considerate we need the candidates. One candidate needs to be of this motherfucker. One candidate needs to be a girl. One candidate needs to be, again, gay, non-binary, binary motherfucker. Another one candidate needs to be this What the fuck are you talking about? Can a nigga do the job? Did anybody think about that shit before you talking about this need to be this transgender about? Fuck that shit. You're never going to get anything back with that. But that type of mentality says you can't reason with those type of people. Reason and emotion don't go together. Anybody who's been in a goddamn argument with your girl, you know that. She's emotional. She just wants to be heard. And you trying to logically fix the goddamn problem. Like, look, this is what we need to do. Blah, 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 blah. And she don't want to hear none of that. She just want to make sure that you heard what the hell she said. No matter what, if it's dumb, it's dumb as fuck. Not saying that all women do that, but I'm just saying, if it's dumb as shit, no matter if it's dumb as shit or it's the smartest shit in the world, she just wants you to hear her. That's the Democratic Party right now. Yelling and screaming from the rooftop, no damn ideas, no structure, no guidance, no stability, nothing. That they literally are representing feminine energy. But not good feminine energy, not evolved, conscious feminine energy. Erratic, emotional feminine energy. Because there's 2 different types of women. There are women who are evolved and great in consciousness and think and off the chain. I ain't talking about you ladies. I'm talking about the unevolved women. The different world women. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So she crazy as hell. And she one of them different world chicks. Grew up probably watching Different World and shit. And now she thinks she one of them. And she's the new leader of the Democratic Party because she run her mouth loud. So, hey, that's your new person? Go ahead. Y'all are finished if that's your new spokesperson. Y'all are stupid as hell. Y'all need to bring some men back to your goddamn party. Some strong men. Masculine motherfuckers who like to lift weights, talk shit, drink, smack motherfuckers up. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, you need some alpha men in there. Some dudes like to smack some people up sometime. Tell them motherfuckers shut the fuck up and smack you if you don't. You need that. You need them men. I'm one of them men. God damn it. So, just saying. I can't deal with that chick. She is the worst. She is the worst of the worst. And they need to get her ass out of here. Last thing I got. In Oklahoma, foster parents, this is crazy if you didn't see this video. Oklahoma foster parents, appalling act of cruelty against a little girl during a record cold snap. A barefoot young girl wearing only pajamas was heartbreakingly captured begging to be let back in the house of her Oklahoma foster home as She stood outdoors in record-breaking freezing temperatures. Did y'all see this shit? Rhett White, who lives in the same Haskell neighborhood, went outside to investigate what sounded like a small child's scream that he had heard from inside his own home Tuesday afternoon, 2 News Oklahoma reported. This dude somebody need to whoop his ass. If you in Oklahoma, this motherfucker need his ass whooped. Allegedly. I said he need his ass whooped. I ain't say go do it. I'm just saying he need it though. He damn sure need it. Don't do it, but he definitely need it. Don't do it, guys. So he called 911 after he discovered a distressed, coatless, and shoeless little girl wearing only pink pajamas and yelling that she was cold and wanted to come back inside. Did y'all see that video? The dude in that house need his ass beat. And he opened the door and saw her and wouldn't let her in the house. He opened the door. It's like 2 degrees outside. It was like 2 degrees. She freezing. This little girl. Man, that is the dumbest nigga I've ever seen in my life. That's why I had to put this in nigga news. There was really no point to what I had to say because it's just terrible shame. Like, if you know that story and you live in Oklahoma, I'm just saying, I would investigate. Because, again, you can't mess with the kids. I am about the kids. You fuck with the kids, that's when you will get me to rip you to pieces. You mess with women. Now, not all women. Some women are crazy as hell. They deserve what they get. But if you mess with women, you mess with babies. This YouTube has crashed. That's what it basically said. YouTube has crashed. Would you like to reboot? So it took me a minute to get back up, but damn, forgot to turn my damn phone thing off. But so we back. But that was actually my last story anyway, so it was crazy that it actually cut off during my last story. But I just need to say my thank yous and my bye-bye. So I appreciate y'all, man. Hey, if you live in Oklahoma, investigate. That's all I'm saying. But after that, though, appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for showing up. Appreciate all my moderators. There was a lot of dumbass people in here today talking crazy. Laptop gangsters that would get choked out in front of your family, nigga, if you said that in front of me. But hey, promise you that. But hey, appreciate you moderators for hanging out and taking care of the laptop gangsters. Y'all some EA laptop gangsters can EAD, but appreciate y'all. Thank everybody who hit the Cash App. Y'all was kind of stingy on the Cash App this week, but I appreciate y'all. But again, anybody who wants to order the Great Book of Melanin Research, make sure you go out and get that. I'm going to give you the deal. I'm going to hook you up with with the whole deal, the real deal. Please make sure you go out. This is how you support realnagas.com. I'm going to hook you guys up with everything here. This is the whole package that you get. I can't even grab it. This is the whole package you get right here. Boom. All of this if you order the Great Book of Melanin Research. Now, you understand why today you need this melanin book. They just showed you scientifically, and all of a sudden they came out with Europe, the indigenous people of Europe were melanated people, were black people. Now, you see how they say darker hue? You see how they refuse to say like Africans and all that type of stuff? Where do you think them black people came from over in Europe? They know where they came from. So go to realnagas.com. Make sure you get the Great Book of Melanin Research, the hard copy, and I will hook you up with all of this. The Know Your Rights Manual. Boom. You get that. Then you also get the Public Official Bonds book, going after their bond. Each bond, just so you know, each bond is usually about $75,000. You may find one for about $50,000, but most police officers' bonds or public official bonds are about $75,000. So when they violate your constitutional rights, you get $75,000 when you claim the bond. And for each violation of your constitutional rights, you get $75,000. That's how that works. So if they violated your constitutional rights 3 times, meaning if they violated your Fourth Amendment right, if they violated your First Amendment right, if they violated your Second Amendment right, you get boom, or your Fifth Amendment right. So make sure you get that. So, and then also right here, this is the constitutional rights card. Boom, you keep this in your car. You tell the police officer, I don't answer questions. This is the Cliff Notes of the Know Your Rights manual. Just the stuff that the police officer needs to know, not to mess with you, and what'll happen when they do mess with you, that they're going to be in violation and held accountable. And then right here, this also lets them know that qualified immunity card. They lose that qualified immunity when they violate your constitutional rights, and they do it on camera. So you alert them that they're in danger of violating your constitutional rights. You get it on camera, boom, they lose their qualified immunity. And then this is the notice right here. This has all of the Supreme Court cases on here that backs that up, so that they can't say, I don't know what you're talking about. You know the law. Are you a lawyer? Do you know the law? Well, no, but here are the law cases right here that backs that up. And so that I've showed you this, you can't say that you didn't know. Now that you claim that, you can't claim that I didn't know. And so right here at the top, it says, police officers lose their qualified immunity for knowingly violating the law. That's the very first line. So any of you who gets this, I want you, whenever you show this to a police officer, make sure you show them the very first line right here. That's Malley versus Briggs. The very first one. That's a Supreme Court case, Malley versus Briggs. A police officer or public official loses their qualified immunity when they knowingly violate the law or are plainly incompetent. So even if they just not doing their job right and messing up, they lose their qualified immunity. That's right there. And you, boom, you use this right here. You give this to the police officer. You say, I don't answer questions, officer. And boom. And then you're out of it. And then I'm going to hook you up with the flashcards, all of this, when you buy the book. So appreciate you guys. You get all of this right here. Appreciate y'all for the support. Again, you go to realnagas.com for that. Also, if you want to learn the law for free, knowyourrightsfoundation.org/volunteers. Sign up for the March interview class for the new volunteers. So you can go sign up there, and we will get you in there. But the deal is you have to go back and put this information out to the people in the community. That's the deal. All right. A lot of people coming in here. You're trying to sit in here, be a fly on the wall. That ain't what we doing in here. You need to participate. You coming in here, you're going to participate. You're going to engage. You are going to be a law ninja. We're going to make sure of it. And then you're going to go out there and start slicing and dicing the cats in your community, or the bad police in your community, with the ninja stars that we give you. So knowyourrightsfoundation.org/volunteers. Sign up. That's it for me today. I'm out of here. The reason my phone went out is I just got my beautiful, I told you it was going to come during my baked salmon roll. Trying to tell you, y'all don't know about that baked salmon roll. Oh, boy. Y'all don't know about that baked salmon roll. If you don't know about it, hey, I can't tell you, but I'm about to get into mine. So appreciate you. Thank everybody for showing up. Thank moderators. Thank everybody in the Cash App. Appreciate y'all. I'm out of here. See you next week. Peace.